We got.
We were so close. Drew, what did you do?
Drew, the hand never lies to us. What are you
The
doing?
hand never lies. What happened?
I'm sorry. The hand didn't realize that for some reason my settings changed.
Well, here's the best part about it.
Changed
It's we're still live. Like, they can still see us.
Oh, yeah. It's
Correct.
Well, yeah.
So,
Sup, my
pretty
name's
good.
Grant. I play
Hi.
Edward on the Paper Dungeon.
hi, I'm Grant. I play Edward on the Paper Dungeon.
My name is Grant, and I also play Edward on the Paper Dungeon.
I'm Edward.
He plays Grant on the Paper Dungeon.
No, I'm just on the Paper Dungeon. Cool. Are we good, Drew?
Yeah,
Is everything
we're
okay?
good now.
Okay,
Oh,
wonderful.
cool.
You didn't tell me whether or not we were fine. How's it going, guys? So welcome to tonight's episode, not of the normal campaign. We are doing a one-shot of a wonderful game known as Necronautilus. It is a game produced by World Champ Game Co. And as a brief explanation, it is a game fully inspired by the concept of language. Also, I apologize for my terrible connection. It is a game inspired by language and the ability to sort of morph and toy with definitions. Words are power. Words are the way we communicate, and it is the way that tonight's players will be affecting the world around them. Necronautilus takes place in the realm of the blind god Death. And since Death is blind, Death uses what are known as death agents, which are these fine folks right here, to carry out his will. Death's domain is a never-ending expanse of planets and stars. Every star, every planet, every person, being, or plant that exists on in Death's domain is dead. A lot of which the denizens do not know that they are dead, but they do know that the blind god Death exists. They just don't know that they themselves are dead. The beauty of Necronautilus is that because we are in Death's domain exists outside of time. So everything that can, will, or ever has died exists at the exact same time as the current events. So everything exists unanimously. A couple things so that way you guys understand what we're rolling for. This is a 2d6 system. Words of power are going to be essentially like our spells, our main way of interacting with the world around us. So for instance, say a group of spiders or a group of creatures are attacking the party. One of them could use the word volcanic to radiate heat strong enough to melt the creatures, and they would have to roll for the varying success of that word. Life in Death's domain and Necronautilus is less so of hit points and more so of, I jokingly say, kind of like a drug, because hoarding life is frowned upon by the agency, but also letting your life fall to zero is non-optimal. Death, while not permanent, is still frowned upon by the agency, and if you die too many times, there will be disciplinary actions and a lot of paperwork.
Brings a whole new meaning to being high on life.
Yep.
Thanks, DJ.
As a death agent, you have been stripped of all your memories and you're left with one. The reason why you became a death agent. Over the course of play, the players will receive memories that will further explain who they were prior to becoming a death agent and prior to dying. All of these people, save for DJ, have already played a session 0 of sorts, so they already have some words mixed around and have a few memories expanding upon their reason.
I remember nothing.
Yep.
You and me
except
both.
for your reason. Your reason is the only memory that was left by death. So that way you remember why you became a death agent, and it like increases subservience and stuff. But that's pretty much it. If they don't have a word of power that's applicable to the situation, they can use luck. They also, as a death agent, aren't a physical being. They are a gas that looks vaguely like a human. So items work a little bit different. They have 5 items per planet, and can use those to help their roles on whatever they're trying to do. And yeah, they just produce the items. So I think that covers everything. I don't know if I missed anything. Guys, do you guys think I missed anything?
Spelling and pronunciation are variable.
Optional.
Yeah. So the words meaning different things in different languages is not a flaw of the game, but an actual, like, it is a active mechanic in the game. And spelling is, whatever. You can kind of just stretch the meaning and definition of words, and a lot of times you just get really creative with it, right? Basically, for the next 3 hours, which I don't think I'll manage the 4-hour mark, but basically for the next 3 hours, we will be doing a really fun wordplay extravaganza, where we all just kind of try to better our off-the-cuff improv chops. So
My bet right now is that Aaron is going to crush this, and I'm going to suck at this.
The point of the game is to roll low.
Like,
yes, you
Yeah.
roll at or below the value of the word, which
and
is
be
like
able
a
to just
dream.
like
starts at 6.
come up with words, which Aaron's very good at. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's great.
Like, this is like right up Aaron's. This is the game that Aaron has been waiting for.
This is Scrabble, the role playing game.
correct. Great. So I suppose we can get started. We don't really have an intro for this, so we'll just jump right into it. Thank you, guys.
Although
There it is.
sneak, a little teaser for you guys, the
Oh no.
people who are watching, look out for some new music coming probably in the next stream.
TPD Productions dropping hits.
Straight heat. Wonderful. So we begin our short tale deep within the galaxy of Death's domain. Like I said, the party has already actively been doing things, each of which being a different agent of death. Drew, change your thing to your thing.
Come on, Drew.
I remember it, but no one else will. So we actually begin on the planet of Lokal, a planet pretty much entirely devoid of life for the most part, but while it being a barren planet on the surface, has many tunnels and never-ending chambers deep within that the life on the planet seems to take refuge in from the outskirts of this planet. We actually begin with our 2 agents, Hunger and Gamma, being Drew and DJ. Not in particularly that order, actually. But we begin with Hunger and Gamma. Both of you, which are in a chamber next to a pool with a magician currently rummaging around some bookshelves, and he brings out a large tome. And he goes, I found a map proving that Yggdrasil isn't just simply floating around somewhere in stardust. I found that Yggdrasil is somewhere in a planet. It is its core. It's hidden away. Death doesn't want us to find it. Um, I I swear it's somewhere on here. It's somewhere deep within. And as he goes to open the tome, the pool currently next to you, at first just kind of glistening with iridescent colors, matching almost a kaleidoscope effect. You see as a form begins to move through the pool, the pool ripples, and instead of being a kaleidoscope of colors, is actually just a depiction of what seems to be the interior of another cave. And Maze and Spark, you guys waltz your way through, leaving the bee behind.
Bees.
Uh,
Now,
Bees.
plural.
Bees.
Plural, sorry. Hunger, Gamma, you see other death agents.
Uh,
Now, hold on
Hi.
here. What do you think you're doing?
we were just sent by like a bunch of bees. We're supposed to be looking for their master guy.
Hey, we be looking for a seer.
Yeah, that.
You know of a seer here, Gamma?
That would be me.
Nope,
I,
there's no seer here.
Yeah, no, this is our jurisdiction here, all right? This is our
We got
assignment,
this covered. Man, I'm gonna need to step back.
okay?
No, like the bees are waiting. There's like a ship coming and it's gonna crash into this other planet, and we kind of need this guy to come back so that they can like have some peace and like hear. We gotta go. Like we gotta get him back.
I turned to the
Be
wizard.
thinking mass extinction.
Yeah.
Wait, what was your name again?
Basic.
Mason. You know any bees?
I do actually. I believe those are my familiars that you It was
That
one,
sounds
but my
right.
familiars
Perfect.
you,
That was easy,
wait,
Maze.
speaking to.
All right. Well, I turned to Gamma and I, like, with my back, the back of my corporeal form, to the rest of them. I turn to Gamma and I start whispering in his ear, like, I mean, if he knows the bees, like, probably be an okay thing, right? You know, like, mass extinction's kind of a bad thing, you know.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound that bad to me.
Okay, I turn. Mace Rail, Master, whatever. You can go.
I'm sorry.
You can go save the bees. Or
Oh
whatever.
no, I'm not. Do my bees need saving?
Well, like we gotta go take care of the town that you're from.
What's going on with the town?
There's this like ship. They think it's like a comet that's just gonna like pass by, but no, it's gonna crash in, and they're not listening to us, but they listen to you.
Well,
And your bees posted you for a while, but your bees weren't telling them like accurate information.
well, that's impressive.
Aye.
And you guys fell for it.
No.
Only for like a little bit.
No. Well, they be wearing a cloak.
Yeah,
Right.
it was like it made sense at the time.
Sure.
We just thought that they were a real bad seer.
I really didn't expect bees.
Okay. I mean, admittedly, it was one big bee, but
No, not anymore.
well, so Gamma, was it?
Yeah,
I believe your mission was simply extraction of me,
yeah.
as annoying as it was.
Yeah.
I don't see why it wouldn't. It would be a problem for us to momentarily go back and I suppose help the denizens of this planet.
Oh
I
no,
mean, I don't-
you're not leaving. You're gonna go help, and then we're taking you. That's just how it is. You know, you're not
Well,
leaving our custody.
no. Well, I mean, I wouldn't dream of it. You guys literally could manipulate the world around you.
It's true.
By speaking.
Gamma, he doesn't like things. You don't want to get on his bad side. It's really easy to.
We're kind of on a time crunch.
They
Yeah.
make a fine mojito.
Yeah, they really do.
That's
Yeah, they
canon,
do.
by the
That
way.
actually is real.
That is real. That I showed them how to make a mojito. That is a thing that I did.
That's
Yes.
really funny.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be fantastic.
Let's go.
Okay,
Okay, yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Let's
okay,
go.
cool,
I
yeah,
don't
cool,
really
cool.
want to go back to that swamp heap, but fine.
Oh, be careful of like giant warthogs too. Okay.
What has happened to this planet since I last left?
Well, you're a seer.
I don't know,
Why don't you
man.
tell me?
I am
Hey,
not a seer. I lied to them. It was a lie. It was a
real quick,
ruse.
So you'd be a
Minstrel,
liar.
Mrs. Winokur, is there anything that we need to like grab before we leave? Because we're probably not coming back here, if we're being honest.
No, we'll be back. No, this is the planet that holds the world tree. I'm not leaving this place. Not
I don't think you understand what
Mass
I mean by
extinction.
custody.
Whatever. We'll figure it out when we're there. Come on.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know, but Gamma agreed to help me. I don't know about you. You were kind of faltering behind. I don't know if you got caught in a.
I got
pothole or
busy,
something.
you know. I was busy looking at things, you know. I'm not like Gam.
Okay,
I'm
we'll
over
talk
here.
about this
So-
through the portal.
Okay,
Let's go.
through the portal.
We
through
get
the
it. You're
portal. Fine.
different.
Through the portal, then.
We
That
go
was a
through the
lie.
portal.
Yeah. So once we go through the portal, by we I mean you guys, you are greeted by a small swarm of bees hovering over a chair.
What's up, bees? We're
We
back.
found your lion seer.
Yeah.
And they almost, if bees could be excited, they get very excited.
You could say they're all abuzz.
Yeah, they're pretty
No.
buzzed. They're pretty jazzed about this.
Hence why Aaron's created this game.
Can you
Yeah.
see the deadness in my eyes?
Yeah. They all start hovering around around the magician, and he just kind of swats at them. And he's like, "Okay, go back to your hive. Go back to your. I'm back. I'm home. Go back to your hive. Why? How are you? We'll talk about this later." And they just go, we. And then they just like fly away.
You're not
into
gonna
a
like
co-
abandon them again, are you? Because that was kind of messed up.
They're not real bees. They're
Wow.
They were pretty sad about you
wow.
being gone.
an amalgamation of energy. I could resummon them if I ever wanted to. I just wanted them to make sure that they kept my lab.
You not be
Okay.
making a very good first impression.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about this.
Anyway,
I could literally make them disappear if I wanted to.
chieftain.
Well, that's kind of scary.
You
Anyway.
hear like some metal drums like doo 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 doo.
Oh God, they're making the mojitos again.
And the chieftain is now wearing a grass skirt and has a mojito in a like wooden cup in hand. Is just like,
Come on, man.
"Oh, death agents, you're back. What how's it? Oh, the seer has returned."
As he started talking and everything like this, I just started like pulling wisps from my hips. So I also have a grass skirt.
Nice. He's like, I see that the male seer has returned. Very, very good. So we're celebrating the comet. It should be coming here in about I don't.
What? No, we talked about this. We're
Wait,
not
you didn't say
celebrating
this was a
it.
party.
No, we're celebrating the comet. The comet is.
No, we talked about
formed
this.
A coconut bra.
How much time is left in my little days till
You
impact counter?
notice that the days till impact counter that death has provided you actually has shortened, and it's now like one notch is filled in, so like a day has passed, and you're halfway through the next day.
Oh no.
Aye, we have about a day and a half.
Okay. Hey, you remember we talked about this? It's not a comet. It's a ship that's gonna
What
come.
are you talking
and-
about?
Remember the
Basi-
bees.
I
I nudge the seer and I just
what? He. Seer, tell them that it's a comet, right? It's a comet. Please tell them it's a comet. It's a comet, right?
While this is all going on, I go and I grab the mojito and I just start
It goes right
through.
through you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Your hunger is now just vibing in the background of
Hunger
this.
is still hunger.
Spark goes over to Gamma. It's like, your friend's weird.
Um,
Okay. Well,
so-
good talk.
yeah, Masic then approaches him and goes, I'm sorry to say, Chieftain, but the thing approaching your planet is in fact not a comet, but in fact a flying piece of space debris that is remnants of what I can only assume was a failed mission by another group of death agents that is now rapidly hurling towards you, apparently, in a violent manner. So much so that it apparently will directly impact your beautiful village here. And the chieftain just kind of looks down, looks at his mojito, looks up. So that means no more mojitos?
Oh, now I feel bad.
No more mojitos.
But with the warthog problem, where are we going to live? We can't leave here without those mutants coming in.
That'd be a fine question you'd be asking.
And excuse me. Okay. Aren't we
Yes,
like
sir.
supposed to like stop the comet or something, or are we supposed to?
No.
Or are we taking people away?
No.
The directions weren't really clear. It was just help them from this
Okay.
thing crashing.
It
Hey,
was a-
see here. Is this
yeah.
comet gonna like blow up the whole planet?
That purely depends on what they used for their propulsion system.
I believe when we
Okay.
saw it in your pool, I believe we came to the conclusion that it'd be an isolated incident.
So it's just going to hit the village then?
Oh, yes.
Then can't one of you death agents use a word or something to build a new village or something? I don't know.
I mean, like,
I'm
I'm not really
build a
like.
village after the comet hits.
Sure. I mean,
Yeah, I could
I
probably
don't
do
know.
that.
Maybe we could like relocate, maybe.
And
If
then,
you
I don't
like,
know
like-
that one.
the chieftain just goes, everyone! And like it's like you could hear the record scratch. Like
The
And
steel
everyone just-
drums stop.
yeah, everyone just stops and looks over and goes, the annual festivities must come to an end. The comet is in fact not a comet, but is a hurling piece of space something that is going to kill us all. And everyone's just like, there's one guy that starts to boo, and he's just like, no, it is not the death agent's fault. And then like one of the like town guard, you can assume, approaches, and it's just like, so what are we going to do? And chieftain just kind of looks at you guys and looks at him.
You guys know any cool like vacation spots?
Wait, can we wait? So we went through a portal. Can we just take everybody? Can we just take the city and move it over? I'm sorry. If you know my reference, you're great.
I'm disappointed.
But can we just like everybody like go through the portal and then we'll come
Masic
back?
chimes in and goes, that planet has no fertile land.
No. We'll go through the portal. Let the comet hit us, and then we'll come back, and then I'll make a new village.
How do we be coming back if the portal be destroyed by the ship?
I don't know, masonry. Can't you just make another portal?
My name is okay.
I think I may be able to deal with the warthog problem.
Can you?
Perhaps.
Okay. So the portal was naturally occurring.
Okay.
And if the cave is relatively close to the village, and if this ship lands and blows up, it might collapse the cave.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
So
be
tell me,
knowing
what's
where
on like
the planet is that you want to be going back to.
In relation to this planet,
If you got a GPS, it would be fine.
I don't even know what that is.
I mean, we got like a fancy crystal.
And we do be kind of having the power of time and space.
Yeah, we're pretty cool.
So
Right. Do you
um,
want to call your ship then, and we want to talk about this? I'd recommend not doing it in town. That might freak out everyone.
another question, just for logistics. Like, how many people are we trying to move here?
It's a small village. I don't know.
Like, we're talking like 50. We're talking like 300.
The you could tell the chieftain has zoned out and has just like been 1,000 yards staring while sipping on his drink.
Okay, I
and he
start
just
going through, and I very poorly, very much like a druggie, just start counting, but I like start double counting some people, and I miss some other people.
Great.
So yeah,
Roll a d66 for me, just for the fun of it.
let's go with 54.
54. Wonderful. This village has 54 people in it.
Woo!
Nice.
All right, I'm amazing.
From your
Yeah,
terrible
54
counting
people.
job.
Did
Hey,
you
no,
call
it's
me?
54. Could have been 45, but I think it's 54.
Good job, Aaron.
Thank you, Ryan.
I missed it. Sorry.
You
Hey.
said amazing. That's my name.
Ah.
Can it? This is gonna be a rough
Okay.
game, guys.
Yeah. So, okay. What do we want to do? We had like too many options.
Can we fit 54 people on the ship?
No.
Probably
No.
not. No.
Yeah.
No, it'd be shaped like a bird skull. There ain't
Yeah.
much room on it.
No.
How big is?
Okay.
Well, no, our ship is far away.
Our
Your ship is currently on another planet, yes.
on another planet.
And it's roughly the same size. The
Do-
interior of of whatever Nautilus doesn't
Do
really.
the villagers
change?
want to stay on this planet? I asked the chieftain in my character.
I think we do. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, that would be pretty cash money, you know.
You know, I'm thinking
Okay.
honestly.
Uh,
Here's
the-
what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So with my theoretically DM, with the power of my word midnight,
Hey, I heard that word.
could I transport us forward in time by
Yes.
making it so that we are at midnight?
I mean, sure. That
You-
would give you less time, but sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you say it like
But I wouldn't do it now. I would do it like right before we like everything would be bad.
so? Now we just appear at midnight the next day.
Yeah,
in the
next
pile
day
of rubble.
after everything's happened, and then we're fine.
Sure, but that doesn't save the town.
Well,
They can
it could
rebuild.
save the people.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
sure, it's
agents
a
of
big-
death. We are neutral. The people live. We don't care for them.
I mean,
Why can't we have this? Why can't we have these thoughts with Athala?
There we go. Let's do it. All right.
We all
I
have
know.
it. It's gosh
You're a
dang
freaking
grand.
genius. This is why I keep you around. All right. That's the plan. There we go.
What's happening?
Oh, Gamma, tell me what you just told me.
I could just transport us forward in time before the rock hits the village and save everyone.
No,
That's
I
what
just
you-
want to be
Okay.
clear.
Go ahead.
You be an agent of death, which
Yeah.
means that it isn't a for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my one thing. Is I'm
I mean,
like,
nothing's
what do
for
we?
sure, though, so
What happens when it doesn't?
I also have
then
the same word. We have two tries.
then they die.
Okay, well that's kind of like defeats the purpose of like
I mean,
Maze
but
and
they're
I
like
here.
they're like already
Um,
dead though.
Okay, Gamma.
The chief,
I did the same thing again. Where
the
I go up
chieftain
and I have
turns
my
around
back
and
to
goes,
everybody else.
"Wait, what?
I
You're
swear to God,
fine.
listen,
Keep
listen,
the drinks coming.
listen, Gamma,
What?
talk to them.
No,
Gamma.
did someone say something about dead?
I am talking here.
Okay.
Gamma, talk to them. Gamma. You can't just go telling people that they're dead. They don't like that.
But they're dead.
Mace.
Okay, cool. Good
what
chat.
did we
I
get
time with
ourselves
this.
into?
A mistake.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Man, I'd love to have that word. That'd be great.
Okay. So.
Well, okay. So we have two. Gamma and I both have midnight. We have two chances at it. I also
Okay.
have the word wormhole. So if push comes to shove, I could just like teleport us to the other side of the planet.
You could try.
Well, yes, but like,
I mean,
I'd be thinking, as long as we be having more than one plan, we
Yeah.
bound to succeed eventually.
We'll find
mean-
one that works. Sure. Great.
I am very
if
good
you
at
have
rolling
wormhole, just use that right now.
no. See, I'd rather you use your word than me.
So you be a hoarder.
Yes.
No wonder I don't like you.
Okay. That's a lot to unpack.
Basic has mojito in hand and just kind of walks up and is like, so your workplace issues aside, do we have a plan?
Yes.
We have two.
I cheers Massive, whatever his name is, Masiak.
You
You
got
got
it
it
right.
there.
Oh my. Cheers.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
we're ready. Let's do it. And I sit down and put my feet up on an imaginary box.
I'm just gonna sit and wait. Because if we have a day and a half, I can't do anything yet. So.
Sure. So we're
That
just gonna
would be
vibe
true.
until then.
I suppose we be partying until the next day.
Woo!
Cool.
Hunger starts dancing.
Cool. So you guys party for like about a
Time
day, I
skip.
guess.
Yep.
You can now see the sky is bleeding red,
Neat.
and
That's
you
not
see
good.
you see the space debris hurling towards you guys.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Very
cool.
quickly.
Great.
I will
great.
stand up.
You, from its color, you could tell it's probably entered the atmosphere at this point.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right.
So do I
All
get,
right,
do I get a
showtime,
sense
people.
of how many hours?
Yeah. What's the time looking?
I'd be looking at me time clock.
Do you want to use an item?
Small of a sliver on the if we do the
No,
math.
I'd be looking at me browser.
Your browser.
Like, do we have a countdown?
Yeah. Well, it's just. I mean, you don't necessarily have a countdown. I mean, it's got like half.
Do we have like a little guy who
half a
shows up and he's
segment
like,
left.
it could be like 30 minutes maybe?
Yeah, we got like
It'd be half a
okay,
segment
okay.
left.
No,
Um,
it's
If
not half a
now,
segment.
if a whole segment is supposed to be a day, that's 24 hours. If we have half a segment, that's 12 hours until impact. Which means that if I transported us now,
It'd be fine.
What time of day be it?
It's like noon.
So
It'd be
that's
unfortunate
what-
if we
yeah,
landed
that'd be
right
6
at
hours.
midnight.
Well,
so in other words, if I transport us
that's-
now, I would transport
Ooh.
us to our death.
To the death.
Maybe we should have like thought that through instead of partying for the
Or
past
just
day.
no. All we gotta do is just wait 6 hours.
No,
it-
we still go to
No,
midnight.
I mean we
doesn't
still go to
change.
midnight.
Yeah.
Wait, why can't we just choose with midnight?
Perhaps
Okay.
it'd be time for plan B.
Maybe,
Yes.
yeah. I guess
Yeah.
the question,
Great,
couldn't it
great,
be midnight?
great.
Just the next day.
Next
This is the
Tomorrow?
GM making
know?
you guys not do that.
Can it just be the midnight the next day? Okay, no.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
right,
okay.
right.
Here's an idea. Why don't we take our ship and try to do something to intervene with this other debris coming down? Is that something
That'd
we could
not
do?
be a bad plan.
Knock it off course?
I also.
I
that's
don't
a
have
great-
anything to help with that. So
I don't
can-
either. That's why I'm saying maybe somebody has something.
I have the word wormhole. I can teleport us to like a different planet or the other side of this planet or
I don't
So in
suppose you could
theory-
be teleporting the ship.
Yeah, could you take the debris and teleport the debris?
Oh, I
with the
suppose that we
wormhole?
can make a
Yeah,
big old
you could.
wormhole in the sky and then have
Oh,
the
Lydia,
thing go through
what's
it.
your ship's name again?
Bug.
You know that bug is armed to the teeth.
That's
By the way.
right. We have
Aye.
like all the weapons.
We have so many guns.
Man, we really
Okay.
don't need you guys, but
So-
I'm glad you're here.
What if we do this? So is it just debris, or is there actually like an asteroid with a bunch of little things coming out?
Oh no, I mean it is multiple little fragments as well as one giant ship.
Okay, here's the plan. I will use wormhole to get rid of the asteroid. You use, what'd you call it, bug?
Yeah, our ship's name's Bug.
That's dope. You use bug to get rid of the little ones.
Okay,
That'd be fine to me.
sure.
Okay.
And then if your thing doesn't work, we'll just blast the big thing into a bunch of little pieces and then blast the little pieces.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah! Okay.
Cool. All right. I look up.
I
And
miss being a DM.
You know-
All right, wait, we gotta get to. Where's Bug? Where is Bug?
You can call it.
Bug!
I mean, not technically like that, but sure.
We step slightly out of the village first.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, we'll go get Bug.
Yeah, you
Right.
call to the void and you yell bug, and you watch as a ripple in time and space forms, and out of nowhere, a sizable raven skull just appears.
Dope.
There you are. All right, let's rock and roll.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It
listen,
opens
I'm
its
being honest.
mouth to let you in.
This be a good idea.
We got this.
Just a question for the DM. Do I get to describe this like casting a spell, or does
Yes, you
things
tell
happen?
me what you're trying to do, and we'll work through this together.
Oh, right. I love working through things with you. I will use my word wormhole to make a massive wormhole in the sky, exactly where the asteroid is going to penetrate through or go or wherever, directly in the path of the big asteroid. And we're going to send it hurling through space. We'll say that the wormhole goes to the other side of the planet, so just like skip the planet, you know?
Okay, sure. Roll 2d6.
Here we go. Low
Okay,
rolls.
this-
Low rolls.
Wormholes!
Oh God.
That's a 10.
Ugh.
Well, oh.
It worked so well, it didn't work.
So you don't expend the word, and it doesn't really fracture, but everything goes wrong.
So, do we notice that
Yeah.
also
Also, wormhole-
wormhole is happening?
So a few things happened since you failed. Um,
Yes.
Yes.
One, you add an affix, letters, or a word to this word, and increase its value by 1.
Okay. So, increase the value by 1, and I add a prefix.
Or
Yeah, you can add an affix, letters, or a word.
So you modify the word in some way.
Worm hole. Okay. All right. Give me a second.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
I'll come back to that.
Wormy hole.
Wormy holes.
Wormholes could be an affix. So you just create multiple now.
Sure.
Sweet.
We're at an S. Wormholes.
Wonderful. But you do create a small wormhole, just not to the effect that you desire. You watch as a ripple in time and space appears in the sky, and instead of the other wormhole reappearing on the other side of the planet, another one just appears now closer to the city.
nice.
And
Okay. Okay.
and the debris is now very close to hitting.
Okay.
Like you guys
Hey,
maybe
Ryan.
have 3 attempts right now.
Hey, Ryan.
Good job, Hunger. You
So
just
we
messed
noticed
everything
that this did not work.
Yes.
So
up. Can I?
am I able to use? Okay, there are several things I would like to do here.
Sure.
So as previously, something that previously occurred is I gained a deep and mental connection with a mutant warthog.
Yes.
Am I able to use a luck point to go through that link to discover exactly how many warthogs are on the planet and perhaps manipulate that number?
Sure.
I told you, everyone's gonna be too good at the game.
Sure, go for it.
All right, I'm going to expend my luck point.
I don't
This-
understand the goal.
You'll
but-
get
Don't
there.
worry about it. We'll get there.
So I have a luck of 7, which means I need to roll a 7 or less, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. 4.
4. That is a success. Yeah. Sweet.
So,
Do it.
so am I able
yeah,
to manipulate said number or no?
So yeah, you reduce your luck value by 1, by the way.
Yes. It is returned to 6.
And you can tell that there's probably about, I don't know, maybe about like 300.
300. And these are like really big warthogs.
These are all very big
So
warthogs, at least in varying degree.
If our ship and the ship that is hurtling towards the planet are the same type of ship, right? Because they're both
they're around
death
the
ships.
same mass.
300 mutant giant warthogs, is that larger or smaller than our ship?
Well, we couldn't
It'd
fit
likely
50
be
people on
larger.
the ship. So
Okay. Have you ever seen World War Z?
Oh no. Sure.
I would like to use my word of power warthog to command every mutant warthog on the planet to assemble and just like a wave cover the city
Wait, hold on.
and just take the impact.
Wait, hold on.
So
Hold on.
Therefore
Small
dealing with the
complication.
warthog problem and the ship.
Oh, the city,
Small-
though.
small complication.
Yes.
Small complication. There are a decent amount of warthogs not currently on the landmass that you are on.
Okay.
Fine.
So
And
on the
wait,
landmass that we're on.
can I assist him?
Ryan, you said that it's going to impact much sooner.
Yes.
I go with Plan A. I transport us to midnight.
Oh,
yeah,
you
that
did
works.
it.
Yeah.
You're so smart,
Roll
man.
2d6.
Don't blow it.
I blew it. It's a 9.
God
I used
dang
my
it.
word of midnight.
Well, hold
Question.
on.
Does he transport
one,
us to last
modify
midnight?
the word Drew. Modify the word Drew.
Yep.
And increase its value by 1.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Aaron, you basically stole the words from my mouth. Yeah, you guys go back in time.
Honestly, it's still okay.
Perfectly planned.
Oh,
now I have
it's
enough
still
time
Okay,
to gather
this
the
gives us
warthogs.
More time.
So, to answer Aaron's earlier question, are there enough warthogs on this landmass to do what we need to do?
No.
Okay, can
In
I
the
use-
meantime,
Okay,
Ooh.
but
Ooh.
I was gonna say, can we start trying to shoot this like extra debris?
That's very
stuff?
fair. We have things.
Y-
Maybe we
yeah,
could just
we're
do it.
Here.
while they're doing that,
Here's what I could, Aaron. I could do something to help.
I have so many things I could do.
In regards to your plan with the warthogs.
You know what? Just because I mean and I think it'd be funny. And technically it does say that like a very large complication occurs. You go back in time. The space debris is still where it was. It's just a different time.
Aye.
okay.
Okay.
Crap.
You
that's
took the planet and you just spun it back a little bit.
Okay.
Can I use my word of midnight then to try and yeet past the asteroid?
Go for it.
Oh, are we already at midnight though? Oh, you want to go to the next midnight?
He's
got
at
it,
past
got it.
midnight.
Okay.
He's at midnight
5!
past. 5. Wonderful.
We finally
success.
succeeded on
You
something.
guys did it.
Yay.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's next
So yeah,
midnight.
as you utter the word midnight, nothing seems to change, but the this town is now in flaming ruins.
Well,
But all the people are
there's
okay.
Yeah, there's also a large bit of space debris currently rammed into the ground. Not only is the town in flames, but a decent amount of the surrounding area, like a couple miles at least, has
so
been
our
just.
cave
Ryan,
is
quick,
Oh,
not
it's
having
been smacked.
Ryan, quick question. How
Yes, sir.
how many words can I add to my word?
Doesn't have to have a
It
minimum
says a word.
letter.
Add a word.
It's- Add a word.
So
Now,
Doesn't
if
say
the
plural.
surrounding
constitute
landmass,
using letters for my word to create 2 words.
What are you trying to do here, Drew?
Well, I'm trying to create middle night.
Yeah, sure.
And,
Yeah,
and
you
night
can-
as in the KNIGHT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
spelling
you just
doesn't matter,
you
Drew.
insert letters in the middle of the word.
Yeah.
So the surrounding landmass is fried. Is
Yes.
Bug
Also,
okay?
before we continue, by the way, DJ, some more things need to do. Need to happen.
What happened?
So one. One second, just making sure that this is correct.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
I'll just read it out for everyone, so that way everyone knows what's going on. When you roll a success on Word of Power, the power is channeled as intended, and you feel yourself drawn closer to your true purpose. Describe how you use your power, and choose a word from your collection to inspire narration of a pre-agency memory that you recall in this moment, and erase the word. So 1, erase the word. 2, inspired by a word from your collection, what memory surges through you as you do the thing? If you need time to think, we can continue everything while you debate it.
Yeah, give me 2 minutes.
Wonderful. Okay, what is everyone else doing now that everything's going on?
I'm that Maze, how are you feeling?
Hold on, I'd be thinking of a plan.
Your communication system starts to go off.
Oh God, I don't want to pick that up. Okay.
I hate to be a bother, but could you get that?
Yeah. Okay. I'll go over to answer.
It's just a phone. It's a landline.
Yeah. Hey.
Hello, Spark.
Hi.
You hear the ringing voice of the blind god himself.
Yep. Hi.
So, how is your endeavor going so far?
I give her a thumbs up.
Great. The people are great. They're good. All.
Can you give
Just stops.
a field report?
But what kind of specifics are you like looking for there?
I've been notified that your clock has run out.
Yeah, it has.
Does that merit success on your end?
Yeah. I mean, the people are fine. The people are fine.
Crying in the background.
What became of the debris?
It hit the planet. The town doesn't really like.
I was actually going to
exist
check its
anymore.
storage.
You're checking the storage of the ship?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll let you do that after the conversation.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so that happened. But like I said, the people are great. The people are fine. And as alive as they can be, you know what I mean?
I will send coordinates to your navigation system and give you a briefing later on your next mission.
Okay, cool. Also, we ran into like a couple other death agents.
What are their titles?
Uh, Gamma and Hunger, I think.
Aren't they to be on the planet of Lokal?
We're going back. They're going. I. Did you know about the bees? Did you know about that? That's a long story.
Please?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Yeah, so is it like cool if we like go help them out for a little bit? They helped us out with this one.
I will give you your briefing later.
Okay, cool.
Be well, Spark.
Have a good time. Okay. Well, that went better than expected.
You did a great job.
Thanks.
So you're searching the
Oh, heck yeah.
compartment? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sure. Roll for luck.
While that's going on, I have been like
12.
zoned out.
The highest possible number. God has decided to spite me.
Were you doing hunger?
Oh, I was just saying, I've been zoned out this entire time as vivid memories of all the people that I helped lead to death go by.
What word from your collection did you use?
Numerical.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a big number.
Wonderful.
And then I just snap out of it, and I'm like, oh,
Yep.
I'm going to go back to the car.
Hey,
And your memories write down the phrase death count.
speaking of going back, DM, could I use luck to say that somehow the cavern portal to get back to Lokal was somehow unharmed and unaffected?
No.
No?
You're wrecked, loser.
I mean, we got a pretty cool ship. Like, we can get you there if you
I
want.
don't be
Um,
thinking death would mind
so,
us just dropping you off.
Maze, before you say that, you're
I
currently in the ship
explodes.
rummaging through. Yes. Yes.
Nice.
The ship explodes. And you take a total of 4.
What joke's on you? I was already at 1.
Yeah, you take a total of 4 points of damage, and you experience a rush.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, wait, do we see this?
He disperses into nothing.
Oh, man, not again.
Literally,
That's
Maze goes up, and like what you can imagine is his hand goes and presses like a small compartment hatch, and it just goes. Just like it opens up and then just explodes.
Like this is the whole ship like gone now?
Oh no, just the storage unit.
Just where he was.
Okay, that's
So
well, that sucks.
one, and you experience a rush. So
Sick.
for everyone watching, a rush is what happens when you die. You don't experience death normally, obviously. You are going during the rush. A couple things happen. One, Maze, elaborate on your reason. You experience it vividly and remember it almost painfully.
Now, is this in a form of like just my own thoughts, or is it like a memory
like you
of
get
me standing there seeing something?
You get a flashback that feels as real as the day that you died.
Oh, excellent. Now I'm going to do something that would be so cool if this was a long-term campaign.
The rush, by the way, is realistic enough and afflictable enough that it is actually almost marring in some cases.
Oh, nice. I'm traumatized. Now I do want to keep it almost a little vague because I'm not sure where I want to go with this. But specifically, my reason is I became a death agent because I'm in search of a crystal golem to sate hunger, which is hilarious because that's DJ's name.
Yeah.
So I have a flashback to just a city on fire, destruction everywhere. And the one thing going through my mind as I look off into the distance to see this almost ghastly floating figure is that there is only one thing that can stop this, that can appease this creature. And there is some form, perhaps it is not exactly a mech, but basically just a shiny Regirock. Just out there in the universe that I know that I can find if I become a death agent, or at least I pray that I can find.
Wonderful.
And then I die again.
Yeah. So you add any aspect of your rush to your memory list with a starting value of 7. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Maze?
So I add this to my what? To
your memory.
Memories. You add
memories.
An aspect of your reason of this flashback to your memories.
Burning City.
Burning City. Wonderful.
Yeah. Specifically, can I use the
7.
term scorched earth?
Yes.
Excellent.
It is a starting value of 7. Your luck is reset to 6, and you regain you gain 1d3 life, which is a d6 halved and rounded up.
6.
Wonderful. You erase.
I don't have lungs to be breathing from.
You erase your word of power with the highest value, choosing 1 in the event of a tie.
All 3 of them are tied. That one's past tense, so I'm just gonna get rid of that one because that sucks.
Wonderful. And lastly, draw a hatch mark prominently on your character's sheet under your title.
Done.
Wonderful. Cool. So, yeah. Is anyone else
That
doing
sucks.
anything?
I would like to use a word of power.
Maze, you good there, bud?
Yeah,
I be
you
fine. Okay? It this be your first time. It's
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
I'd be
you're fine.
fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, he reforms almost immediately.
just a bit scattered here and there.
All of you guys go blind.
Ah!
That'd be wonderful.
Dad?
That'd be
As you say
concerning.
that, a familiar image to you, Maze and Spark, but what new one to you, Hunger and Gamma? You see you're in a area full of complete and utter darkness, and off in the distance you see a glowing light, a faint light. Off in the
Wait.
distance.
Don't go towards the light. That's
Why are
how.
you
Oh.
screaming?
Never mind. Actually,
We
we're
already
dead.
be dead.
Never mind. It's fine. Let's walk towards the light.
Okay, wow.
As-
I understand your statement, Gamma. Start going to-
Look how tired he looks.
It's so hard not to break character.
I'm just trying to be funny.
No, you're great. It's
No,
great.
no.
This is the
No,
best
DJ,
dynamic ever.
You're being hilarious. The problem is Gamma is just hates
It's
you.
not about it.
just
It's
hates
not
me.
about it. So you guys
like-
approach this light, and an image that is very familiar to you, Maze and Spark, is in front of you, and it is the blind god himself. You actually
nice.
see it just in the appearance of 2 floating skulls that seem to be attached at the neck, one of which doesn't have the upper half of its skull, so like it's cut off at the nose, and the other half only seems to have the upper half, but its eyes are completely are blindfolded and completely like sunken.
Interesting.
But the bottom half of the skull begins to move,
and you hear a voice ring through your incorporeal minds, and it goes, "My agents, welcome home to the agency, even if it's brief. I am here to grant you your next mission. Circumstances have changed. The man known as Masic, his mission is foolish at best. Do not dispose of him, though. I request that he stay alive. But what he seeks dares open something that has been locked away for many years. I wish for you to find this being and snuff it out."
That'd be fine to me.
That's kind of what I was already planning to do, so that's great.
So don't kill Masonry.
Correct.
Okay.
Have safe travels. And
Thanks.
you feel your guys' you feel your guys' soul almost get like torn out for a second time.
Okay. I hate that
as you
feeling.
guys get hurled back into where you were, and you come to, and you're
Can I
standing level.
throw up? Can I just like spew gas for a second?
You guys watch what you can assume is throw up and gas.
I'm
you rub from
God.
hunger.
DJ.
sorry. turn the volume down. Sorry.
You could also turn your mic down just a little bit this way. That could be fair.
There. Is that better? I mean, I'm not doing anything
Yes.
that I don't do any other Monday night.
You're leaning
It works.
It's called plain.
I make throwing up sounds as a DM too. Like,
Back to using word of power.
oh yeah.
Okay.
There's still a whole warthog problem that I'm gonna try to fix.
Yeah.
Just real
I mean,
quick.
technically, that's not your mission, but sure.
Oh, hey, look! I can be a nice guy and still be an agent of death.
Sure.
Plus there's a thing that I'm hoping for.
Oh, that reminds me. DJ, was that you that solved the whole the comic problem?
Comet thing. I believe
You
so.
were the
Yes.
one that
I didn't like. I mean, technically,
He did
yes.
the midnight successfully.
He did the
I
midnight.
did
He
the
did the
midnight.
most successful things.
I failed the best.
You gained the word wreck in your collection.
Wreck. Yeah, use a W in that so I can have more letters.
How else would you use wreck?
What do you?
Wreck just has a W.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but hey, I'm just saying. When I break that word, I want more letters.
Anyway.
Correct.
Correct.
I mean, sure, but anyways, so you're going to use the word of power, you said, to try to
Yes.
solve the aforementioned
Yes, I am.
warthog issue.
I am going to use my mental connection that I gained with my luck to every warthog on the planet.
Yes.
And then I'm going to use my word of power, warthog, to use my innate understanding of the creature and its mindset to change the thing within it and make it tame and willing to assist any creature that asks for its help.
Sure.
Neat.
Roll 2d6.
Hey Ryan. Hey Ryan, you want to know what those numbers are?
Did you fracture the word?
It's a 4 and a 2.
Okay. You got really lucky because the only way this was going to affect the whole planet was if you managed to fracture the word. So you fracture the word, resounding success. You guys watch as Maze utters the word warthog, and the fabric
Spirit
of
animal.
the fabric of the space around you almost ripples,
Ugh.
and the livestock and animals that exist on this planet almost grow quiet, and nothing apparent changes. But Maze, you know deep down in your heart
Yes.
that you've done a great service to this planet.
Anybody else
gonna
feel
get
that?
rid of
That makes
Um,
me
letters.
like a draft
So,
board or something.
erase the word of power, remove at least one letter from the expended word, and use the remaining letters to create a new word of power with a value one higher than the expended word.
Gotcha.
And correct
So
spelling
it's
does not matter.
now to 7.
At this time, I'm going to go and try and find Masic.
Sure. He is currently prodding at the cave.
So wait a second. Does the fractured words go to my words of power or
They
collection?
go to your
My
collection.
And they have a total of 7.
Yes.
So the entrance to the portal is collapsed,
Yes.
or is it just like gone?
It's collapsed. You can't see inside of it right now.
Okay.
I would like to use a word of power, Senor GM.
Okay.
I would like-
Before you do,
before you do,
because I want to make sure you're not doing something. I'm gonna go over to Gamma and Mr. M, and and be like, yeah, about the portal thing. We can get you there. We can get you back there. Our ship literally can distort time and space at our will. So,
you notice if any of you guys had taken the time to look at your navigational systems, it does show the planet local.
yeah, we're
Good.
good. Like it's in
I
there.
don't have a navigation system.
I'm going to transfer a word of power from my collection to my stuff. So I'm just telling you. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
roll a d6.
2. My life goes down by 2.
You lose 2 life.
We're closer to the brink once again.
Wait, does that mean you're back at 1?
No. I went up to 5 because I took off 2 letters from Warthog to add to my life,
Oh, okay.
and then I'm
Back down to 3.
gonna get kind of crazy on you.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, Mesa goes, sure, wonderful. That sounds good to me.
Sounds
Cool.
great.
Cool. Its name's Bug, by the way, just like out of a respect thing.
Great. Are we gonna do anything about the dead town?
There's no dead town.
I
We're
mean,
gonna-
You've been
all
that's
needing
not-
help. Just find a warthog.
yeah, what he said.
But the
Help will always come to those who ask
chieftain
for
goes, what?
I've been Gandalf the whole. Wait, no, that's
I know.
I've been the
That's
other wizard.
Dumbledore.
They're the same guy. Well, at least for
Great.
the first movies.
Great. Yeah. You guys, I assume, abandon the planet.
Oh yeah, they'll be fine.
We
they've
did our
got,
job.
They've got
They're
pigs.
alive. They can figure it out.
They
Masic
made the
joins you
city
guys
somehow.
I'm so sorry. Bug, is that the name of the
Yes.
the ship? Bug.
The ship, Bug.
I keep wanting to say fish. I don't know why.
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either.
Great. Yeah, you guys get on the ship, and it literally just like shows up next to the
Hey, look out.
yeah. You guys
We be
can
traveling
avoid
this
all
time.
planetary travel basically because of that freaking word you guys used on your
It'd be a good word.
Cool. So,
You can be thanking Spark for that.
Mr. M, as Spark called it. I like Mr. M. I can remember Mr. M. Let's take you back.
Okay, sure. Do we want to land?
I suppose we do.
Mr.
okay.
Bug or Mrs. Bug. I don't know. Can you land?
It's just a ship. We be the ones controlling it.
We got it.
With all the fancy things about it, I thought maybe it could
Roll. Actually, I want you to roll 2d6 for me real quickly.
Spark or
whoever
me?
is driving the ship.
I assume Spark is driving. It's her word.
Yes. Okay. 3.
3. Okay, that's fine. That works. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Just making sure.
Thanks, DJ.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. I forgot. There's an actual thing I can do here. Okay. Never mind. Instead of rolling 2d6, I want you to roll. How many open segments do you have on the module?
So far all of them.
Great. Wonderful. Roll 4d6 or something.
4.
Yeah, roll some number of die.
46.
I don't know.
Roll 4d6, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Roll 4.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay,
gotta
don't
sit.
worry. Just roll 4 and don't worry about it.
What am I telling you?
You're choosing 2 and adding them together.
Ah, I remember this.
Okay.
We've done
That's
this
better.
before.
So 5.
5.
It's still good.
That's
It's maybe
how
not as
many? Are those the 2 lowest that you had?
I'm confused. Is this the 66 thing or the
No,
You want to
so-
roll low.
Okay, yeah, that was the lowest one I had.
No. So you're gonna want to
So
add 2.
I rolled. Yeah, I did. I
Okay.
added 2 and 3.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's how math works.
How many open slots do you have on your ship's main status?
6.
Like condition indicator? 6.
Yeah.
Which is underneath, so you succeed.
Oh,
Wonderful.
sick. That is how math works.
Yeah,
Woo.
I was just making sure because I couldn't remember how many slots the condition.
Yeah, we
had.
succeeded on the last
So
one.
you guys
too.
succeed. Cool. You
Does that
guys,
mean
yeah,
that they
you guys.
gain 5 slots?
No.
No.
It's
No.
just
They,
that
like-
sets the DC.
Okay.
So the condition circle sets the DC for the roll
DJ,
on
you have
whatever
it on your sheet
weapons
as
and
well.
defense
I
you
just
have.
didn't.
No,
I'm
I
not
can
having
see
you-
that. Mine's just I don't have a ship, but
Yeah.
my question is, does that like add to the condition? Is it now like they said that they succeeded
No,
last time?
only if you fail. It gets
okay.
worse if you mess it up.
I see. Okay, cool, good to know.
Great. Yeah, you guys get really close to the planet. Actually, you're pretty on point. And you guys slowly just it kind of Pac-Mans its way, like we talked about, where it can kind of like distort in like short bursts by Pac-Manning. It distorts time and space in short bursts, and it makes its way to the planet, and you guys land there, and it opens its mouth, so you guys can exit.
Ta-da!
Well done.
Thanks.
Welcome to the planet of Lokal. Some basic information about this planet that was given to you by your nav systems. One, the planet's name is Lokal. It is a planet almost devoid of any sentient life. All the life that exists does not live on the surface because the surface of the planet is actually very dangerous and sort of chaotic. The majority of the life that lives here exists deep within the planet itself, as there are never-ending tunnels and corridors branching out throughout the entirety of the planet that form almost this like labyrinth-like network. As you guys approach one of these holes that enter into the inside of the planet, you hear noises, but it's weird. It sounds, it's not anything actually nearby. You can tell, and Gamma and Hunger, you guys know this, because of the labyrinth-like nature of all the tunnels and how they're interconnected. Any noise that's made in the tunnels, a pretty decent mileage actually carries like an echo of whatever noise is being like produced. This planet is almost like a living like sound chamber, as it like reverbs everything. But yeah, you guys enter your way through, and Gamma, this is a different tunnel that you guys are entering. This is not similar to the one that you had. Even Masic goes, "Oh, we're so far away from. At least I think I don't recognize the topsoil of any of this. We're so far away from my lab."
So
Can
we
you,
wa-
can you take me
we
back?
want to get back to like where that is.
I mean, it's not necessarily important. I still have the book, and he pulls out a book with all of his notes. Because this is, I suppose, the only important thing that matters is that we have. But
I mean, I think I could
Trust
try to
rather.
get us back there, but you know.
Can we like fly around the planet and then go through the same tunnel?
it all looks vaguely the same. I left some markings opening that I was at, but
Okay.
I don't-
Well, here. We're looking, but we're trying to get to the core of the planet, right?
I believe so. Hopefully.
Okay. DM. At this moment, I'm going to take my echoing from my collection and try and make it a word of power.
Okay, roll a d6 and subtract that number from your life. 2. Wonderful. What's so funny about doing that is that you could literally kill yourself on your first attempt. You just roll a 6 and just die.
Just did that twice. That's 5. Okay, that was 2. That's fine. Oh, another 6. Cool. This game is not meant for me.
No.
Okay, so then DM. After we try and travel in a little deeper.
Sure.
I am going to attempt to use my word of power,
Okay.
echoing, to
Okay.
basically using the innate echoes of this planet to use a form of echolocation and gain a more or less mental map of the inner workings of this planet.
Ooh, that's neat.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, I'll roll a rad that. Go for it.
Drew's too good at this. Drew and Aaron, you guys rock.
Yeah, the
DJ,
freakish
you and I-
nerds.
Basically,
We're-
we're kind of. I'm pretty sure we're stretching the definition of a lot of these words very thin.
Hey,
That being said,
That was like the whole
I'm
point of the
here for it.
game.
4.
Yeah, vaguely. 4. Nice. So you channel this power. You feel the reverb of the planet. It's almost like a living creature to you, and you gain a semblance of orientation with where you need to go. It's not exact, and it's hard to remember everything as there are a lot of openings and a lot of tunnels. But you start to get a feel for where you need to go, and it's a lot more easier to navigate. Let's see. You erase that word.
Yep.
And tell me what memory flows through your head as you channel this power.
So I'm using the word rockfall from my collection.
Yep.
I remember I gained another flash of me as a child.
Oh, this is a ride. This is gonna be a ride. Hold on.
where I as I'm starting to be tied up by my parents to be stabbed by the witch.
Yep.
A meteor falls from the sky
Yep.
and completely and just manages to avoid me but hit all 3 of them.
one
Amazing.
purposeful meteor.
Yes, as the prophecy foretold.
Oh my god.
He's the chosen one.
I want you guys all to know that all of Drew's memories have been this wild.
They be
From
spicy.
session 0 on. They're kind of funny.
Hey Ryan, I have a
Um,
quick rules question.
Cool.
Are acronyms allowed?
Add meteor shower to your
Okay, to my memory. Okay.
acronyms, as in like what? What do you mean? What are you trying to do?
Like
I know what an acronym is, but I need to know what you're trying to do.
okay, so theoretically, if I were to create an acronym, it's going to be really funny if it happens. Also, I should. There's 2 questions here. Are acronyms allowed, and how much are we allowed to break the fourth wall?
I'd prefer if you didn't break the fourth wall.
Do we understand that, like, how the words of power work? That we want like some lower essence? Is that a thing?
No.
Oh man, this is making my life difficult.
Every time that a word of power fails, it's the equivalent of like a spell fizzling.
But back to acronyms. Is that a thing? Are acronyms a thing?
Why do you want to know, Aaron? I need to.
Well, just because look, sometimes it's hard to spell words, and acronyms are cool.
What are you trying to
Acronyms
do?
give you like 4 words in one.
Yeah,
but I'm not a cheater. So is the answer yes or no?
We're gonna say no for now,
Okay,
just because
well,
I
let me
don't
figure something
want
else then.
that.
Continue on with the game, guys.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
That's fine.
I'm fishing for Swedish fish one moment. Great. Yeah. As you guys continue onward. By the way, so you guys are aware, if you want to keep track of this on yourself, on your directories, you are all a clock is displayed. Just so you guys are aware of your progress. It is a.
What is the directory?
It is your non-existent visor that you can see. That Death
Not
is
on your
displaying you for
paper.
more information.
Cool.
It is a 5-segmented clock. You can write that on a piece of paper, and with Drew's or Gamma's successful attempts of using a form of echolocation, you fill in 1 segment.
Nice.
So you're 1 step closer.
Only
And
4
underneath
parts
underneath that clock, it says navigate the labyrinth.
Oh, cool. So let's just follow Gamma the Bat.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of it. I love Drew. I love you.
Take the lead, friend.
Cool. As you guys continue onward, Masic's like rambling on about like, world theory and whatever. And as you guys make your way through, you guys notice something off. You've been walking for a while, and it's not like you're lost by any means. But in Gamma, it was hard to tell that this existed because it's actually really faint in the grand scheme of the like motion of the planet.
Motion of the ocean.
But you notice as you move forward that the texture of the rock around you is different now. It's no longer like this ashy sort of sandstone-like material, and has become more of like a slick basalt.
Ooh, basalt sucks.
And this is after a while of traveling. And you guys, as you make your way forward, and yes, this does happen to you guys because heck you guys, just because you're gaseous forms doesn't mean that I can't do this to you guys. No. You guys find yourself at a steep gradient and feel a pull that tugs you down. It's not quite gravity, but it feels like something's physically pulling you down this slippery slope. And Masic especially, just like you guys are all just kind of standing there walking along on this basalt, and then like the gradient changes, and you guys just watch Masic just get like and he screams the entire way down.
Well, I guess this is
I don't do anything except for just dive after him, I guess.
As you as you guys kind of look down the slope, he's just kind of got swept and is sliding all the way down this tunnel to who knows where. So you guys go after him.
Yes, we fly.
You guys,
Slow.
you guys float your way there, and you actually find yourself at the outskirts of what appears to be, like off in the distance, a bunch of spires. Like really tall spires. Like this. There's a cavernous expanse ahead of you that is miles long. And it's the first opening you've ran into in a long while that's not just straight up a tunnel.
Does this cavern of spires almost make like a maze, or is there like pretty decent gaps between them?
Those pretty decent gaps.
Okay.
As you guys get closer, you do notice that there are lights and almost motion at the base. And approaching it, you actually realize this is a city.
Oh,
It's a small city.
Interesting.
cool.
Do we
Did
see
we get
Masik anywhere?
Masik back?
He is on his back, just like spinning, kind of like, you know what you do when you're like on ice and you can't really control what's going on, so you're just on your back, you're just kind of sliding. Yeah, he's kind of just doing that. He's not too far away from you guys, but he's not like in control of himself quite yet.
I'll go up to him and I'll just help him up and be like, all right, come on, Marsupial, we gotta go.
Hey, that's just rude.
What?
Right.
All right, let's go. And we go.
Are all of
We
you
are
like
going.
this?
No, most of us be less annoying.
I really hope
Wonderful.
not.
Great. You guys continue onward, and you guys actually find yourselves entering the city soon. TJ's just getting ragged on.
Well, he said he wanted to be the Grant of this session. So
No, that's true. I brought this for myself. I'm just gonna hug my knee.
Yeah, as you guys approach the city, here's the interesting thing. The motion that you see isn't actually life. It appears to be like almost like silkworms, just kind of at the base of these spires. But the spires are actual buildings, like they have doors and windows and lights. But there's no motion aside from these silkworms.
Can I just like poke a worm?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
A giant. No, I'm joking.
using my memory of unlikely ties, does this
Okay.
seem to reminisce some sort of like, I don't know. I mean, it seems like a city, but like, have I heard of something like this in like strange tales of underground like smuggling routes and stuff?
Sure. Roll 2d6.
That is a 4, which is as a success.
6. Yes. Sure. You gain 1d6 life, by the way.
Ooh.
As you remember faintly, yeah. I mean, technically, it says that you can describe it if you want. Do you want to describe why this reminds you? I have a very good idea.
I'll let you do it, Chief.
Cool. You remember back when you were alive that you at a young age would always kind of be tucked into bed by Habast, the head smuggler, and he would tell you stories of ancient underground civilizations that are said to hold many treasures, many of which, though, have been lost to time. or have just been overrun in search of said treasures. You don't know if this is one of the cities that he told you about, but you do know that you do have that frame of reference as far as like, you know, what you think. Oh, rest in peace, DJ. He bleed.
Oh. Don't do that.
I don't know what happened.
But yeah, you do channel that.
Okay.
And it gives you kind of a faint idea of like what's going on, but you don't know if this is exactly the place, right?
So these spires, do they have like doors or windows?
Yeah, they have doors and windows and lights.
Are they big enough for like us to go into, or
they are big
like...
enough to. They are in fact big enough to hold. You can assume whatever resided in here was actually a larger species than human.
Okay.
These doorways and windows and these spires are huge, and these doorways are just as massive. They're like, easily like 10, 12 feet tall.
Are there any footprints on the ground?
No, not anything notable. It looks like the silkworms have covered it mainly, and there's not a lot of remnants.
I pick up a silkworm.
Okay.
Were you once a big person?
I'm not sure how he quite passed the test to become a death agent.
You know, I'm thinking like minotaurs or something. You know, they like mazes.
I put it on my shoulder. Does it go
like
through my body?
Labyrinth things.
Yes.
Dang it! It didn't go through my hands. Dang it!
Yeah, well, you were focusing on it when you did that. As soon as you put it on your shoulder,
Yeah,
it's
that's fair.
That's
That's weird.
Over to the door. Can I open it?
I mean, so a lot of these doors are in shambles. The wood is in decay.
Oh.
The buildings are made of stone, and you can tell that they're all like pretty naturally formed. The doors themselves are made of wood, though, and are in varying degrees of decay and are very decrepit. A lot of the windows are dusted over or covered in sort of like a slimy sheen. On top of that, some of them are broken, but you can get into these buildings fairly easily. I mean, this is a very large city, by the way. It kind of sprawls for quite a few miles.
We getting the vibe that this city has been abandoned for a long time.
More or less. There's no real sign of life. If you remember correctly, your nav debrief did say that this life, the sentient life, is very sparse. On this planet.
Yeah.
I think we should just move on.
But Gamma, do you enter one of the spires before we move on?
To, yes.
As you enter one of the spires, you find something very interesting, actually. It seems to be, this one in particular seems to be a kiln. Almost. It seems to it itself as an entire, it has a small opening that's kind of barred off, and on the far end there seems to be what looks like the remnants of ash, or marred earth, like just kind of sort of scorched earth. And the rest of the column has actually been hollowed out. And as you enter this and sort of look up to the top of what this massive chimney / kiln thing, you look up and multiple eyes look down back at you.
Oh no.
Oh, it's one of these.
This is why we shouldn't have done anything.
I just begin to back up if I can.
Yeah, they don't do anything, do you? Yeah.
Cool. Problem solved. Let's move.
They don't do anything.
No, Gamma. Let's go. Come on. Gamma.
Basic.
Yeah.
Ye be looking for the center of the planet.
Well, yeah, at least a sign of the world tree, you know.
Are cities a common thing?
Here?
Yes.
I don't know. It's just an old city. It's an old planet. Early on, I believe, if I remember correctly, from the...
Intelligently left.
If I tell you this, you promise not to tell your boss.
Legally, I cannot confirm nor deny that statement.
Great. In that case, I won't tell you. I went to a library and I found a book describing many planets that existed at the beginning of Death's domain. Early on, when the universe barely started expanding, and everything started dying. Now that being said, Death's universe did expand fairly quickly, but this was one of the first to form.
Well, that'd be fine and all, but how exactly do you expect to be found in the center of the place?
A lot of walking.
I don't mean to be a bother, but I don't think that we really be having the time for that.
Oh.
So your plan is to just
Well, no.
wander.
My plan is to now use Gamma's echolocation and your words of power to get myself closer to my goal. Also, by the way, guys, something I forgot to mention. I am so sorry. If you guys wanted to trade words in your collection or switch out words in the storage unit, or make room for more words, you can do so in the ship. So in the time that you were in there, you technically could have done that. If any of you guys want to do that.
I think I'd be fine.
Like we could deposit words?
You could deposit words, you could trade words amongst each other. I believe there are a few words in the storage unit, unless you guys used them all.
We had the word barrel.
Yeah, we just have barrel.
You never know when
I'm
you need
okay.
a barrel.
I think I'm okay.
Okay,
I think I'm good.
Wonderful. Yeah, so you guys enter, or continue onward, I assume, or...
Yes.
Yes.
Did you
I
not
just
be of any help to you?
I simply expected you all to assist me in making my way deeper into the planet. I'm sure we'll find our way swimmingly. Yes, Hunger.
I would like to try to use a word of power.
Okay.
The word is hollowed. And so I would like to try and hollow out a tunnel directly to the center of the planet.
Haha! Skip the game.
I don't know if that's what hollowed means.
Is it hollowed or hallowed?
There's an O. Hollowed.
Hollowed, that would be the definition.
Okay, that is the definition. Okay. Yeah, sure. Roll 2d6.
2.
Ew. So it's a success, not a resounding success, but a success nonetheless. The power is channeled as intended, and you feel yourself drawn closer to your true purpose. Tell me how you use this power and erase it.
I'm just gonna go up to one of the little spires, and I'm just gonna be like, excuse me, and I'm gonna like move a bunch of silkworms, and then I'm just gonna grab a tower and like push it, and it's just gonna be like a drill. Well, here I'll spin it, and it'll be like a drill, and I'll just make a little tunnel down to the center of the earth.
Wonderful.
Okay, I have to erase it.
You erase the word, and then what memory does this inspire? You can use it.
Let me tell you.
You use a word from your collection to
Yes.
inspire some.
So the word starborn is in my collection. And
Wonderful.
so I come upon this memory of, oh wait, quick question. What was I supposed to, was Death Count the one that I had beforehand? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I've only had one memory. So I come upon a memory from earlier in my life, before all the death counting, in which I looked upon the sky and saw this like meteorite or asteroid come barreling towards the sky, And much like how Lilo like prayed to have like a friend show up, and then Stitch showed up.
Yeah.
Like she prayed for an angel, and then a little devil showed up. I ran out to where this comet was, and this little crystal
We're playing along
person
with it.
was there. The starborn creature made of crystal and glass and all these other things was there. And then my memory cuts off.
Haha, we're both DMs.
Okay. Why don't you go with the phrase gemstone companion or glass
Gemstone?
companion? Whichever
Glass
one.
companion. Glass or gemstone?
Whichever one you want.
Just kind of go with it, man.
We'll
that
go
means
gemstone.
Dog.
Gemstone companion. And then I add starborn to my words of power, right?
No, you erase it.
Oh.
So
I
well,
shouldn't
you
have
don't erase. You don't erase. You don't do anything with starborn. Actually, the
You
word
just
that you
get a
get
free memory.
The word that you use as your inspiration is not. Nothing happens to it.
So, just to clarify, then I should not also have numerical in my words of power. It should still be in my collection.
Correct. It is still in your collection.
Okay, good to know.
Learning things.
Numerical.
Did,
Okay.
Why is it numerical? I thought it was numeric.
I remember I wrote down numerical, but honestly, it's me. I could have like completely misheard you and just did it.
I agree. I think it was numeric.
Oh no, no, I think it's numerical. It's fine.
Oh,
We'll
well,
leave it
in that
numerical.
case, never mind.
Lydia, high five.
Woo!
Doing great.
Cool. Yeah, you drill a hole. It doesn't quite make it to the center of the earth, but it gets you closer to the objective that you need. You kind of skip through a couple of tunnels. Another segment fills in the labyrinth clock.
Hi, guys, I did it.
As you guys make your way through, Masic is kind of hesitant to jump down the funnel of death.
Amazing.
You'd be rather having us go first.
I also don't think I'll necessarily stick the landing so well.
What if I told you and that it doesn't matter if you stick the landing?
I mean, I feel like if I died in this... Oh, no, I'm fully aware that I'm dead and that I live in the domain of death. That is totally fine.
Okay, cool. Then we're
I'm a
fine. Everything's great.
But the problem is that I don't think that the way you die in here means I die the same. I think there's a bit more punishment to me if I die.
Yeah, to be fair, like, he's supposed to stay alive.
I have an idea that we can try.
Yes,
for you.
You, Spark. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, thank you. Hunger. Yeah, so I actually want to use my word of power, angelic, to kind of make Masic float like a little like an angel's feather, so he can float and we can kind of push him down with us down.
Roll.
You'd like to
roll
cast the spell
2d6.
levitate.
That is a 2.
Wonderful. It succeeds. So you channel this power. You begin to think of angelic images and how they float and how they're light as a feather. And Masic begins to glow and radiate and slightly hover off the ground. And as you channel this power, erase the word and tell me what memory comes to surface with this. By the way, you can hold up to 4 memories. So if you run out of space, erase one. Choose one to forget.
Okay. I remember where I was from. I was very well liked, very admired. People would call me an angel. I just have very distinct memories of doing
wanna-
very well, like being very well
Yeah,
loved
yeah,
where I was.
sure.
You want to
Yeah,
be
okay.
popular.
Um,
Anyway, sorry.
Let's go with. What's a phrase we could do with this one?
Popular.
Talk of the town.
People's favorite.
Companion
Blessed
of
child.
plenty.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's just do favored by many. I think favored by many
that's a good
is
one.
a good one. I think that would do well for you. Wonderful. That
Gamma,
memory starts at a value of 7, by the way, just so you're aware.
Nice.
Um,
I feel like you would most enjoy pushing the feather.
I mean, I kind of did it, so I was kind of hoping I could do it, but
Oh, you can push the feather. That's totally fine. I
Right.
don't care. I'm shooting the breeze, as they say.
Yeah, B and Gamma are both just already heading down the hole.
all right,
As you
Mystic, let's go.
Yeah, as you guys go down further into the dark abyss that is this newfound tunnel, we're gonna go on our break.
Ooh.
10-minute.
Very nice.
We're barely reeling up. There's some encounters and stuff that I have planned that hopefully will happen. I don't
All
know.
of my words are incredibly combat focused.
Yeah. But yeah,
All my
guys,
words are-
thank you so much for sticking around. Go potty, go get some snacks, get a dictionary. I don't know.
Ah,
Thesaurus is good too.
I have
Yeah.
so many tabs open.
Yeah.
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 And we'll see you guys in about like 10-15 minutes, give or take. Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Necronautilus. For those of you who have recently joined us sometime within the break or late in the stream, this is Necronautilus. The players play as agents of death, using words of power to manipulate the universe that is the domain of death, in order to achieve goals and hopefully keep the universe from falling into shambles. They are amorphous, gaseous things. No, you did great. They are
Thanks,
gaseous
guys.
beings that sort of just follow and do death's bidding in this already dead starscape. So that's basically the bare bones of it. Last we left off, our heroes here were pushing their charter down a man named Masic down a tunnel after using two words, one being angelic to make him float, and the other one being what was the word that you used, DJ?
I used hollowed.
Hollowed, and the other word being hollowed, so that way he pushed a tower and hollowed out a portion of the planet, so that way they could get closer to the center. Awesome. You guys are making your way down this tunnel, and as you do, you find yourself. You actually find yourself at the end of it, at the end of the tunnel that you formed, Hunger. And it actually opens up and ended at a what seems to be a sort of best like ravine almost, like a crevasse. That just kind of opens to an endless expanse of darkness, going much farther down, but you can't really see where to. It just kind of keeps going.
So, do we want to just do you think if we grab him, we'll slow down enough that we don't lose any life and just float down the ravine?
You guys are fine. You guys
Oh,
are
cool.
fine.
Let's just let's just jump
floating-ish.
down. I grab Malice and jump off the ledge.
That's not his name.
Wrong campaign, DJ.
Dang it.
I thought we said pushing my job. Okay.
I let go of him. I float down myself.
Well, you can't just quit halfway through. Oh my god. I'm gonna
He
go.
floats back up to you.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just say that you guys kind of jump in, and because you're already technically floating and aren't necessarily material by any means, you guys land on the surface perfectly fine. The fall damage doesn't exist for you.
Dang.
Yay.
You make it down here. It's pitch black. You can't see anything.
Well,
So I will take this time to remind you of a mechanic of the game called items.
I was just gonna say, can I make a flashlight?
Yeah, that's fine.
I make a flashlight.
Wonderful. Yeah, he forms a flashlight. Take off one of the teeth on your character sheet.
Ooh, feeling it.
but don't completely fill it in.
Well, I
Because
can
if
just
we
erase
leave
it.
this
Yeah,
planet,
you
you have to erase that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
I'd
just
have to
take
erase
it
the
off.
mark too. Whatever.
Whatever.
I did what I did.
I just figured it would be easier that way, if, it wasn't
So
still
sweet.
dark.
You have a flashlight, and as you turn on the flashlight, you shine it around, and you realize at the bottom of this crevasse is some of the denizens of this planet.
I turn off the light.
Well, not before you shine it at them, and these almost large, sort of wolf-like creatures, but it's almost like it's almost as if the fur has been shaved off and their skin's been pulled back tight. And they all just kind of look at you, and they look hungry.
I turn the light off and I go on. Sorry, you guys didn't see anything. Yeah. Okay. All right. Meal plan.
You also don't see
Mallet.
anything.
Let's see.
Another clock forms.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Nope. This is bad.
which it's a small one. It's only a 4 segment. And you feel and hear movement around you as these creatures begin to circle you.
Okay.
You can't see them, but they probably can see you from what you can
I
tell.
will. I'm going to make Rockfall a word of power.
Okay, roll a d6. I'll give each of you guys a moment to do something.
Okay. I'm going to encompass Masic, and I would like to use another item to make armor for him. Can I do that?
No, it is attached to yourself and cannot be removed.
Can I
You just put a hand on
that.
him. It's just
Can I
a
just
piece of armor.
always be there? Can I become his armor?
You would like to become a suit of armor as an item.
No.
Dang it. Okay, never mind. Let me think then.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's fair.
Okay, wait. Idea. So Masic's floating. He's supposed to be floating. Can
Oh, yeah,
I?
that's true.
He's
Can
floating a
I
little bit, yeah.
create like a rope out of me and like tie him like a balloon?
Yeah, you can balloon him.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Roll-
We're
mark off
fine.
an item,
We can attack
and he's
him.
Huh.
Now, if Spark disperses, so does the rope.
Don't worry.
Let's
try
not
to,
do that.
well-
I won't do that.
Well, hopefully she doesn't disperse before I do.
I'm
Nice.
going to try to use a word of power if that's all right.
Go for it.
I'm going to use the word monstrosity to imbue myself with a physical form of a... How tall is the ceiling?
Oh, it's very tall.
Oh, I'm going to go
Like
a solid
It's ridiculous. Like
I
you
don't
could be
know.
a giant in this.
20 feet tall, 6 arms, 2 mouths. I'm not sure where they go. Just
for
so
it.
many killing appendages.
Yeah. You could straight up be Jormungandr in the size of this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Great.
DM, to clarify,
That's not great.
Since
That's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay.
A bit higher. Hey,
Yeah,
we
so
tried.
you don't modify the word and increase its value by 1. Also, the word fizzles out. There is no immediate consequence to this failed attempt, but it definitely doesn't work. The word does not heed your call.
So because I made a word of power, can I not do anything in this round before they go?
Yeah, I'll let you use a word of power. Why not?
Because if you would allow, I would then like to use my word of power, Rockfall,
Okay.
to make it so that the area where we are standing falls and opens and creates and basically opens up into a new cavern as the floor falls away.
Yeah, sure. Okay, roll 2d6.
Ruby. I give you the help action.
Come on. 8.
8. So you the weird thing is, so one, the word rejects your call, but consequence does occur. modify the word
Uh-huh.
as you will,
Uh-huh.
and increase its value by 1. As you heed the call of the word rockfall, the ground below you does give way, but it doesn't give way into another cavern. It simply just makes a bowl, a sort of like cylindrical hole
Oh,
that you
great.
are all now just sitting in while
That's
these
awesome.
creatures theoretically just surround you.
We're in a food bowl now. Great.
Nice.
Spark.
Can I use a word of power?
You've already well, you used an item. I'll let you use a word of power. Why not? Yeah, go for it.
Yes. Okay. I want to use suffer, and I want to create like a dog whistle sound that only the wolves can hear that will like pierce their ears and make them suffer and want to like get away from us.
Okay. Sure. Roll for it.
That's a 6.
That's a 6. Hey, that's a fractured word. Wonderful. Resounding success that fills in 2 slots because I'm a nice boy.
You seem to be going back and forth on this, Brad.
What?
You've called yourself a mean DM 3 times now, and then you just called yourself a nice DM.
I know, but I have one rule that's actually kind to you guys. It's technically homebrewed, which is that if you fracture a word, it gives you multiple slots instead of just 1.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm pretty sure technically in the book it says 1.
Nice.
So I grant you 2 slots. You fracture the word. Yeah. Remove at least 1 letter from the expended word and use the remaining letters to create a new word. And its value increases by 1. You know how to do this. You break it up and it goes to your collection. Erase the word of power that you have expended.
Also, any leftover letters add to your health.
Yeah. You hear you don't. You don't hear. You guys hear a faint whistle, but this is much more amplified to the creatures that you can't quite see but are surrounding you, and they all like hesitantly start to back away. They don't quite run, as they are pretty much emaciated and starving, but they are definitely hesitant to jump into the Thunderdome with you guys.
Okay. By the way, Ryan, I changed my word from rockfall to rocks fail.
Okay.
I'm not smart. Remind me the things I need to do with this again.
You at least remove 1 letter.
Okay.
And you use the remaining letters to form another word.
Okay.
Or multiple words.
Okay.
And any letters that you don't use in that word, you can turn into life.
Okay. And if the word is spelled incorrectly, is that okay?
Yes.
Neat. All right, I did it correctly.
It literally says at the bottom, correct spelling does not matter.
Woohoo! I'm smarter than I thought.
Goes to your collection, not another word of power.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I didn't get to do anything.
Yes, if you want to use a word of power, I will allow it.
Could I transfer 1 from my collection to my words of power?
Yeah, go for it.
So just a D6, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, D6
Don't
letter.
hurt me. Okay, 3.
Nice. You didn't kill yourself. I will say that that's all that I allow you guys to do, as it takes a little bit of effort to channel the word of power. So the creatures do get an opportunity to attack you guys, and they do so, dealing 2 points of damage to you guys as there are 2 slots.
To all of us.
To all of you, they go down. There are about 3 of them, and they are very big and sweep at you guys. Oh, Gamma experiences a rush. Wonderful. Anyone else experience a rush?
Not yet.
Hunger experiences a rush too, or?
Mhm.
Yeah, great. Both of you guys fall to 0 and are out for the rest of this encounter. We will.
Oh no!
We will go on until either Spark and Maze fail, or they succeed. And we can So remember, guys, with a rush, when experiencing it, you experience your reason in almost a vivid memory. I will allow you guys to take this time now to think of what that experience is like, and so you can elaborate further on your reason. From there, we gonna move on to Spark and Maze doing their things.
Hey.
Oh geez. I'm going to attempt to focus on the core plan, aka keeping Masic alive.
Sure.
He'll thank me later, I'm sure. I'm going to try to use the word of power, monstrositize, to turn him into a werewolf.
Great.
Very, very nice.
Roll 2d6. Yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention. If you die, you don't
Ooh.
reform until the encounter is over.
2.
Mm-hmm. I heard you. I was hydrating. Great. So yeah, you succeed. You delete the word from your words of power, and you recall a memory inspired from a word from your collection. That memory starts at a value of 7. What is the memory as you challenge you channel the word monstrositize onto Masic, and Masic begins to grow hair and double in size, and he stops floating as his weight the weight ratio that you had playing there, Spark. He's just a lot heavier now.
Oh no.
He just sinks, and he
Sinks does not mean falls. It just means he falls slightly
I
faster.
know, but now we can't
than
float
floating.
out.
and he's just
he said he wanted to go to the center. He didn't say he ever wanted to leave.
yeah. As he lands, he just starts to and kind of go just a little insane.
My memory.
Your memory.
From my collection, I remember Wrath, as I remember being a just vengeful ruler of a large kingdom that I was a bad guy. I was just terrible. Specifically, I was it was my anger and rage at someone who dared disrespect me at their execution.
Wonderful.
That's
Place
right. I've
the
been the
phrase
villain.
vengeful ruler in your memories. With a starting value of 7. Okay, Spark.
Okay. This is far out, but it's literally all I have.
By the way, I will say, as you've turned him into a werewolf, his intimidating presence that he carries now, being a werewolf, actually scares off at least one of the dogs.
That's the
Nice.
goal.
Cool.
So,
Cool. Okay, I'm trying. I literally only have one word of power left.
do you have anything in your collection?
Yeah. Anything useful?
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay. I'll go with my original idea. It's again far out. I want to use melodic to create a kind of distant howl, like a calling howl off in the distance that they can hopefully try and follow.
Sure, I'll allow it. 2d6.
Okay, thank you. I
Going to
appreciate you
form the
allowing it.
retreat howl.
Let's use a 5.
That is a 5, which I believe is below your
Yeah, because this
your-
one's 7.
your value. So, great. Erase the word. And as you channel this power, you hear off in the distance just a, and all the dogs just stop and look off into the distance, and they all howl back and begin to scamper off. and you guys succeed. What memory do you recall as you channel this power?
This is from the collection, correct?
Yes. It is
Okay.
inspired
So-
by a word.
The word I just gained from suffer was a misspelling of refuse. And the memory I gain is specifically remembering that while I was very much favored in my old town, I was a little favored too much by some, and the emperor wanted my hand in marriage, but I refused it.
Okay.
I am a terrible person.
I'm trying to think. What phrase can we?
Oh my
use
god,
that
did
is-
I execute you?
Um, let's go with unrequited love. Or we could even do no, yeah, let's just stick with unrequited love. We'll just stick with that. For those of you who died, you experienced
So what you're
a
saying
rush.
is we succeeded.
Yeah, you succeeded.
Sick.
Those of you experiencing a rush hunger, we are starting with you. You recall your reason in vivid detail. What do you remember?
So I remember standing before death himself in the traditional regalia of a death knight, staring at him defiantly, looking at him with almost a smirk before he casts his hand out, or not his hand, he just opens his mouth because he doesn't have a hand, as far as I'm aware.
No, I mean, in the forms you've seen him as of recent, no.
Nope. He opens his mouth, and I am banished through oblivion as all the world and galaxies and everything that is in Death's domain rushes past me, and then I awake as a death agent.
Wonderful. Let's go with spiritual banishment as your phrase.
As my phrase?
To add to your memories.
Banishment.
Yeah, spiritual banishment.
Spiritual.
Yeah, starting at a value of 7. You reset your luck to 6, and you gain a D3 life, which is a D6 halved and rounded up.
5 divided by 3 is 2.5 up to 3, so we are at 3. Woo!
And then you erase a word of power with the highest value. If there's a tie, you choose one.
And out of wormholes.
Wonderful. And you draw a hatch mark underneath your title.
Hatch.
Like I said, just because you can't technically die doesn't mean that it's optimal. Gamma, you experience a rush as well.
Okay. So I remember I am maybe closer to my preteen years, and I am within the secret smuggler's home and city, hidden away, as I hear shouts and yelling, and I hear the voice of what I remember to be the king of a great land, a great and terrible land, as he is shouting, and I hear the voice of my adoptive father yelling in defiance to this king, telling him to abandon me before the Shepherd Grimm prophecy comes true.
Okay. Oh man.
I love how cheerful we always are when we say these memories.
Starbound Runaway.
Starbound Runaway.
So, GM.
And
Does
that
this
starts
mean
as
that I can
at a
use-
value of 7.
Does this mean that I can use spiritual banishment like a word of power?
No, so it's a memory.
Okay. So why is
A
there
memory
value
can
of
a
seven?
memory when you roll a memory can explain expertise for a proposed action.
I see. Okay, cool. It's a skill check.
Essentially.
Cool.
I mean, all the things that you have are technically skill checks in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Also,
This one's a skill check in my brain.
I'm going to erase Rock's fail.
Okay. Fair. You reset your luck to 6. Roll a d6 or a d3 of life. And you draw a hatch mark underneath your
Come
title.
on.
How much health do you have?
I have 1 health.
Wonderful.
Hey, you and me both, bud.
And you draw a hatch mark underneath your title.
Yep.
Oh, we gotta start fracturing some words and getting some life.
Well, you know.
Yep.
I have to have some words of power to do that, but I can't
know,
do that
right?
because I'm at 1 health.
That's fine.
I remember.
Anyway, downwards is the plan, right?
Yeah.
Memento.
Literally, DJ, my only hope is to fracture the last word of power that I have.
Good, Doug. What's stopping you?
The dice.
Cool. Let's see. So, over the course of this combat, the things that were actually useful were cast by Maze and
Spark.
It's suffer
right?
and melodic.
Yeah. So Spark, you gain a word in your collection.
Thank goodness.
And it gets added to the collection. Man, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm out of words of power. I need to move those over.
Let me think here.
Wait, Ryan, does anything special happen because I'm at 4 memories right now?
Better start using them.
I mean,
no, you're just at maximum capacity for memories.
Okay, good to know.
Let me see.
Can I take this moment to try and transfer a word?
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
I really hope I don't die.
Good luck.
Okay, we're gonna go with Starborn.
Wait a second.
And how much health? You're at 3
Let's go
right
with
now?
the word handler.
Hold on. So
1 or 2?
Yeah.
One.
If I am a starbound runaway, and
That sounds
he's
like a-
looking for a starborn ally,
That Starbound Runaway sounds like either a funk band or an album to
because
stoner metal.
Because I'm just starting to think if I'm a starbound runaway, then maybe I am a runaway bound for the stars, and I use the stars to run away.
Wait until you're up
And
at 30
therefore-
life to start figuring out who you are.
Yeah.
I got
Spark?
a long ways to go.
Can I move handler over to my words of power?
Yeah, roll a d6.
Okay, 2.
Los Goots.
Man, you guys are really bad at regulating your life. You're just.
Hey,
Look, Rush Junkie
I
Ryan.
literally am
Okay.
trying so hard to take care of everything, but I'm just.
To be fair, Ryan,
This is what This is what happens to min maxers who try to use up all the letters when they fracture a word.
here's the thing, Ryan. I've yet to fracture a word first off, and the only reason I
fair.
did die there is because when I tried to transfer Rockfall, I rolled a 5. So that immediately brought me down to 1 health.
The only
McKellips
word I got
curse.
to fracture, I could do furs or refuse, and I thought refuse would be
And
more
I would like
helpful
to
than
state,
furs.
when I fractured many words, but the first 2 that I fractured, I was not informed at the time that the letters you didn't use went to your health. That
Oh
was told
please! I
afterwards.
totally said that.
Well, you did after I had already fractured the words. So I kept the words that I fractured, and I had 2 left over. So they did add to my health, but I could have had more.
Okay, interesting. Wow.
So
We're gonna die. It's great.
Anyways,
We have
I'm
a
down.
werewolf now.
Yeah. Look,
momentarily.
Death's goal was we need to keep him alive. He doesn't need to be sane or
I mean,
functional.
momentarily. It doesn't last forever, but for now, yeah.
Exactly. He'll be fine.
Is he still floating too?
Kind of.
No, he's just a bouncier werewolf.
Yeah, he's a bouncy werewolf.
That's terrifying.
The bouncer.
Well,
Wonderful.
can we leave?
Yeah, you can. I
Can we
mean,
go home?
Hunger.
But
You
we're
still
still gonna try
technically
and get
have a
down into the
flashlight.
planet, to the core of the planet, right?
Yeah, you still have a flashlight.
Okay. Heck that. I want to use a word of power.
Okay.
Oh,
I want to use the word wreck to
Okay.
wreck my way down to the planet's core, the little bit that we have left.
Just by punching wildly.
Yeah.
kind of Wreck-It Ralph style, just like just hammering down in there.
Yeah, sure. Go
Do
for
it.
it.
Live that dream.
5!
Hey, he does it.
I do it.
So you channel this power, and you don't quite like wreck. It's not like you like wreck everything. Like it's not like you like by channeling this word, you've shattered the entire planet.
No.
But you, as you say, as you utter this word and you heed its call, you notice that the ground around you and the earth around you actually begins to crack and form these large like fissures, and it becomes to lose its integrity quite a bit.
It's a good thing he's a werewolf.
Erase the word, and what memory do you?
A peaceful memory pops up as I sit there. The word that I'm using is birdwatch, and so peaceful memory pops up as I sit there with a book in my hand. It's a notebook specifically of all the people whose lives I destroyed. And I sit there and I watch the birds and I throw out feed. And then I look at this woman and I write down her name. And then I stand up and then it goes dark.
Are we sure that Aaron and DJ are different people?
Such
Okay,
a bold question.
I mean, born within like 8 hours of each other, both probably psychopaths at some sort of way.
Sociopath is the term, DJ. So
That's the
please
difference.
use my
I'm a psychopath.
terminology
He's a
correctly.
sociopath.
Let's go with material pastime.
Okay.
Cool. All right. You have one segment left. The ground isn't technically broken yet, though.
Oh. Wait, I thought it was 5.
I would like to use a.
Yes.
I would like to use a
And so
luck point.
Drew, wait. We should be up to 5, right? Because Drew did 1 by navigating the tunnel. I did 1 by digging the hole. Lydia did 2 by wrecking the world.
Mine was going to the wolves thing.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're up to 3. Cool.
I'm going to use a luck point.
4. I believe you had.
Because I did 2 things that helped give success.
I see.
Yeah.
Or at least attempt to use luck, to just kind of look over and then create a whistle sound as our werewolf friend is like currently just kind of running around rampantly, where his increased weight while he bounds across the ground lands where the cracks are and then breaks just a tiny thin layer that crumbles all the way down.
Go for it. 2d6.
Yeah. God dang it, it's a 7. I am so sad. I'm like, hey, a 1. Oh, a 6. Great. I'll just increase my luck.
Can I use?
Yeah, he doesn't. He's too light. He's too light. Your value increases by 1.
Yep.
Ooh, DM. Could I use an item?
Okay.
To create a jackhammer.
Yeah.
Just get real like Looney Tunes on it.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to walk a few paces over.
Yeah, I would say roll a luck check, but your value is increased by 1.
Okay.
So okay, already. I see what's going on here. Picking up what you're putting down.
That's a 7.
That's a 7. Is that at value?
That's at value.
That's
Luck
at
is
value.
increased to 7.
Wonderful.
What's the thing
So, but just so you're aware, your luck isn't permanently increased to 7. It's temporarily increased while you're
Because
using
of
this item.
the jackhammer.
Yeah. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Cool. Reduce your luck value by 1, and as you begin to drive this jackhammer into the soil, and rock, it breaks it apart, and this portion of the ground falls in. And as you break it open, you guys find yourselves met by a large flooding of light.
Oh, that's bright.
It's almost blinding. But as you look down, you find yourselves in a forest. At the center of this planet is a forest.
Hey, weren't we like looking for like the world tree or something? Yeah, he's a werewolf. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Yeah.
Is this tree gonna be particularly special, or do we have to look for like each individual tree?
I mean,
Sort of like tosses the book at you.
Does it go through me?
No, you catch it.
Okay, cool. I look for the clues to the answer which I seek.
In the book, yeah, you see it's a pretty hard to miss tree. It's an ash tree.
Okay.
Like, it's very big.
Do I see a big ash tree as I look out over the forest?
Not from here. You do see something glowing off in the distance.
Can I make an item?
Sure.
Okay.
I would like to make some binoculars.
I was going to
Now
do
you're
that same
catching
thing.
on.
Haha, I beat you to it. But I'd like to make binoculars specifically with like sunglass lenses so that I can see through the light and not be blinded, but also look
Tinted
through.
binoculars.
Yes, I want tinted binoculars.
Yeah, you sure. You don't have to roll for anything.
Cool.
Yeah, you peek through the binoculars, and yeah, you see very far off in the distance, the faint, bough and branches of a large glowing tree.
Nice.
I see the tree.
Nice. Now, DM, to clarify with items, is there the limit primarily is that it has to stay connected to us, right?
Yes, if you lose it and leave it, you take damage.
Okay, I tuck the binoculars into myself.
Can
Well, you
I
can just reform it,
create
yeah.
a plane?
Ha!
Yes, but you can't create the fuel for it.
No. Okay.
You can make a small one, and by small one I mean like
A paper plane.
You can make the lower half of your body a plane. Be like a little personal plane.
Can I make a flying carpet?
Would it make it so that I move faster?
We can float.
I know that, but I want to move faster. That's my goal.
So if we can float, technically all we have to do is propel ourselves faster. So can I make a propeller hat?
So simple solution. I'm gonna create
propeller
a
hats don't
5-person
actually
tandem bicycle.
actively propel. That's not a thing that
I
they
know,
do.
it was a
They
joke.
need wind. What were you saying?
I create a sail.
Oh my god.
You find no wind in this.
I
Just
create a
walk.
fan.
So
I do think the best course
You
of
guys are
action
trying
would be
so
just,
hard to circumnavigate this.
just to go to the tree.
okay, I like that plan. We walk to the tree.
Wonderful. Yeah, you guys kind of just you're up here and you just
We could really use a
land in
ship
the
right now.
forest. You're so your guys's not your guys' metaphorical display of applies another clock.
Oh,
This one being a 5-segmented clock.
okay.
Okay.
And it simply says subdue the adversary.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I
even do
use
that.
my binoculars to search for the adversary.
You see nothing so far.
Okay.
Now,
Okay, now DM, there isn't any way for me to gain health aside from shattering a word, right?
And I sacrifice the
Not
luck.
that I know of.
so Ryan,
I have a very important question. Am I allowed to ask it, or
Yes.
are you reading?
Yeah, go on ahead.
So, everything that ever was or has died, right? But there's no guarantee. Like if our memories that we've been having are like, oh yes, I was starborn, a child who just flew through the stuff like that. That clearly means that most likely some form of magic exists in the waking world.
I mean, in some reality.
Okay, so now if I were to use
Also,
a
there
memory,
is a way for you to gain life. It's using your memories.
Oh.
speaking of such, if I were to use a memory, am I
Yes.
allowed to use the memory Scorched Earth? Okay, can I try to use the memory Scorched Earth, and then if I succeed, explain what I mean?
What? Okay, so memories can only really assist in explaining expertise. It doesn't.
Yes.
It doesn't act the same as a word of
Oh,
power.
oh, I know.
Sure.
Okay,
Go for it.
so it's a total of 7.
So I'm
7,
looking at-
5, and a 2.
Nice.
Um,
You fractured the memory.
so
Well, you don't fracture it actually when you equal to the memory values indicates exceptional success. Describe your intended result, and allow the GM to describe how your intentions are surpassed with extreme power. Instead of rolling for it, you just gain 6 life.
oh, nice. So, the memory that I have of Scorched Earth.
Everyone's out here now thinking of like what memories they can use.
Well,
Specifically,
I thought of one. Personally.
The memory Scorched Earth of the world on fire reminds me of how exactly I became the ruler that apparently I was, which was my knowledge of a different form of word of power, one that would cause a scorched earth, one that would potentially raise a city to the ground with a single tone. Assuming that I remember this phrase, this terminology, I would like to attempt to use it on the forest.
I'll tell you what, Aaron. I will allow you to gain a word
Woo!
in your collection,
That's fine.
and it simply is fireball.
Nice.
Nice.
I would like to transfer a word from my collection, please.
Go for it.
In the meantime, DM, if I go down to the surface, we're already
How
on the
much was
surface,
it?
right?
I dealt 4 damage to myself, bring me back down to 3.
Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. What were you saying?
So we're already on the surface, right?
Of the like forest, of the inner forest.
Yeah.
Yes, you are on soil currently.
Okay. So could I use...
You like said surface, so I'm like, no, technically this is the inside of the planet.
Yeah. Could I use my unlikely ties as raised by smugglers? You know, we get around. We meet lots of people. We gain all sorts of new skills. Could I use that memory to look at the terrain and determine the best and optimal way to make our way through the forest to the tree.
Go for it. Roll 2d6.
Neat. Oh, you kidding me? I failed. I got an 8.
Oh no. Your memory's value increases by 1.
Yay.
And you actually like you start to like think, you're like, oh, this looks like the forested lands of Targrimir. I think I remember these forests. They seem fairly similar. And then as you start to like look closer, you realize, oh no, this is nothing at all like that planet, and you are more lost than you have ever been.
Nice.
I should probably actually move the thing from my collection.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. So, I would like to attempt to use a memory.
Okay.
Everyone's like, whoa, memory time.
The memory material pastime, thinking about the book and maybe we say like maybe I like helped make the book, I gathered some of the materials, stuff like that, and so I spent a good amount of time.
What book are you talking about?
What?
The book that he wrote the name of the girl.
Material pastime. The one where I had the book.
What?
When he fed the birds, he had a book.
Yeah. The book of the book of the book of the dead.
Yeah, the book
okay,
of names.
cool.
So maybe I like gathered some of those materials, and I was in the
Sure.
forest, and I had to learn to navigate a little bit and move around and get around places. So maybe I can like use some of the skills that I had from gathering those materials to guide my way through this forest.
Sure. We'll say it's like a rite of passage for Death Knights. They have to form their own like ledger of sorts.
Nice. 7, which is the
7.
thing.
Yeah, you roll that value. You gain 6 life.
That's good.
And you recall the few navigational expertise that you gathered as your time as a Death Knight, necessary for that one of those priming tests, and you think to yourself, you're like, man, like a compass might be really useful right now. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, you know where you're going, kind of where the light is, right? You're kind of just following the sun, which being the ever-present glowing aura of this giant tree. And you're just like, okay, if we just follow those rays of light, we should be fine.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I mostly wanted the life, so that was good. I'm glad I got that 7.
Great.
Well, unless there's anything else we would like to do to prep, we probably ought to be heading into the forest.
Ooh, wait. Okay, there's one more thing okay, I'm going to prep. Okay. I'm going to try not to kill myself and transfer a word.
Okay.
2. Nice. Okay.
DM, I couldn't.
Aaron, I'm curious, what spell was the spell that you...
Like, what specific word?
Yeah, what word were you trying to...
Oh, no, I was just saying that I know some form of magical ability that would cause fire to rain down and destroy a city. I'm not thinking of a D&D spell. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was just curious as to what like word
I became a ruler.
Particularly you had in mind.
I don't know. It's probably something very difficult to pronounce.
Wonderful. Gamma, you know what? Because I think you're cute, why not?
Yay. Thanks, Dad. Could I create a a map?
I would like to create a map of the location, please.
That I can use as a point of reference to help myself.
Yeah, go for it. Do it. Do the thing.
Yay.
Spark, you're just vibing?
I'm just vibing.
Cool.
Just floating.
That's
Just chilling.
that's a 5.
Awesome, dude. That succeeds.
Yay.
Roll a d6 of life.
6.
Yay!
Nice.
Nailed it.
Awesome.
Hey DM,
Uh,
I would like to
yeah.
transfer a word of power, please.
okay.
Everyone's like, now that we know, we're on our way.
2. So back down to 4.
Gotta have those upkeep moments, you know.
Yeah. It's gonna take care.
I'm going to transfer the word infestation.
Ooh, wonderful.
This is the definition of self-care.
Yeah,
Literally.
honestly, guys, come on.
Like we're literally
We got Spark disappearing.
we're literally
screen.
keeping ourselves alive.
She's slowly sinking.
I'm sorry, I was at
There she
1
goes.
health. Okay, I had
She
to
gone.
do something.
Drew, you get used to it, okay?
Hey,
Oh.
hey, Aaron, I want this character to actually live. Okay.
I mean, you're already dead. So anyway, yeah,
So
we head into
you
the
guys
forest. I would
start
assume.
moving, and it's a very effective navigation, guys. You guys are making your way downtown, walking fast, faces passing their own down.
Nice.
And as you are making your way through, it's almost effortless.
I pick a
Any
flower
any
and I hand it to Spark.
Aw.
Falls through her hands because
Cool.
she's not paying attention.
cute. Anyways, you guys continue. You guys continue, and as you do find yourself getting closer and closer. One notable thing, like halfway through, you guys are walking along, and Masick just like falls behind for a second, and you just hear him go. And he like comes to, and he's no longer covered in hair. It is just a human now. He's
Welcome back.
What's up, lunch meat?
You feel
Oh.
okay? You good?
Oh,
Does he have any clothes left?
We're
Oh, that
balls
was
of gas. Who
terrible.
cares?
oh man.
Well, he's not.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
it'll be fine.
Hey, yo, Meatloaf, you ready to go?
I hate you.
I'd be taking that as a yes.
Okay, let's continue. Show. Yeah, he just kind of starts hobbling along. Now not so used to his much shorter gait. One thing you notice as he starts pointing out, he goes, look at the roots. Do you see them? They're glowing. It's told that the world tree itself's roots spread far and wide. It's wherever it lands itself in. So we have to be getting nearer. It shouldn't be much longer now.
That means we're getting close to the bad guy. Let's do it.
Yeah, and you guys walk for probably the better part of an hour, maybe.
Nice.
And it's at the end of this better part of an hour, though, that you do start to you hear something.
Oh.
You hear
I be hearing something.
off in the distance, just this faint.
Oh,
It either be a pocket of steam
No,
or a
it's just-
snake.
It's a snake. It's a snake.
Or someone
is,
just has asthma.
It's the world serpent.
Is it? Oh my gosh, it's Yemen Grande.
I.
What?
Jormungandr, the world serpent, said to gosh dang, writhe around the roots of the world tree that will one day devour it and cause Ragnarok.
Cool.
The end of
It's
the world.
great. We're very happy about this. We're gonna just
Okay.
yeet Yemen Grande. I use my binoculars to see if I can see Jormungandr in the roots anywhere.
As you use the binoculars, you don't see anything that matches the description of Jormungandr by any means. But you do see almost mouth agape, resting against one of the roots, which, as you can now see the tree, it's massive. It's absolutely freaking massive. This thing is probably the size of a small planet in its own right. And you guys were just on the opposite end of it when you dug a hole. So it looked a little bit weird. You can only see like a quarter of it, but now having gotten much closer, it is freaking huge. And it's almost like a skewed perspective where it looked smaller at a distance, but as soon as you approach it, it like and its roots seem to dig deep and disappear off into nothing. Like there are certain roots that kind of swirl and go off and they move off into space, but they almost cut off abruptly, like they're reaching into portals, into different aspects of reality. And as you look into the branches, you can see these clouds and different almost temperament weathers just kind of batting away at individual branches. And off in the roots, in the sprawling nest at the base, you don't see Jormungandr, you don't see something that big, but you do see a large serpent-like creature. Your guide, the wizard, Masic, speaks up and he just goes,
Of course it would be.
It doesn't look like Jormungandr. It's a little too small.
No, it's not. It's the Nidhogg.
The
It's the
Nidhogg.
one that gnaws at the roots. If he's here, then the stories must be true. The stories must be true. That I have infinite. If we can get past him, I think he's sleeping right now. If we can get past him, I would have infinite access to as many worlds as I wanted.
and like he just kind of was like staring up at the branches in awe. He simply goes,
I could return to the real world.
It's about this time that I have made my way behind Masic and created a boxing glove.
okay.
And I attempt to knock him out.
You know, actually,
Sure,
a boxing
you-
club would reduce your damage.
Yeah.
Brass knuckles.
Well, you know, but it's not.
Let's
It
hit him
doesn't
with a
fit the
baseball bat.
aesthetic, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going
just
full
roll-
Looney Tunes
roll.
here.
Roll 2d6 with an added
just
value to your
He's
luck.
got a cartoon jackhammer on his back and a boxing glove.
No, I fail a lot.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
got a
you go
10.
to like swing at him, and he feels your presence and ducks out of the way, and he goes, "What are you doing?" And he just immediately turns around and starts running. And in fact,
towards the
in doing
serpent?
so, yes, in fact, in doing so, he runs towards the serpent, picks up a rock, and then immediately starts breaking left and chucks the rock at the nid.
Oh, that
the
wasn't
Nidhogg.
cool.
And
Okay.
he dives into the nearby brush, and as it hits the Nidhogg wakes up and looks to all of you, and it's just,
Hi.
and as he does, a cloud of nauseous, poisonous, toxic gas
It's a good thing we
starts
don't
to
breathe.
slowly creep out, and it starts to rot away at all the plant life around
Ooh,
it.
okay, never mind.
And yeah, I'll let you guys each have a reaction to this.
Okay, I kind of have a combination of things. I have
What?
my rope that I have out of my side, like a nice little intestine. Can I like make it like lasso and try to use my word of power handler to like shut its mouth?
Or you're gonna Crocodile Dundee it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
You get a -1 to this roll.
Okay.
Oh no.
That's good.
That's good. That's good. It's a 4.
Well, and by -1, I mean not to the value, to your roll itself.
Yes. It's a 4.
Cool. Yeah, you succeed. Cool. You fill in 1 segment of the 5 segmented clock. Yeah. You manage to lasso around its mouth and begin to kind of like rodeo it into submission, and it closes its jaw, and you erase the word. And what memory fills your mind as you channel this power?
We're going dark.
Cool.
I remember getting tied up to a stake after
Join the club.
refusing the
She's
Emperor's
a
hand in
witch.
marriage.
What word inspired this? Just so I'm aware.
Handler with my rope.
No, like from your
no,
collection.
but-
what
Oh,
word
you're
inspired
right.
you?
That's wrong. Then
Yeah, yeah.
erase that.
Erase that. Okay.
Dang it.
Okay. I
It has to be a
actually
word from your collection.
can I request help?
Sure.
What's up?
Okay, because my words are paradise and hive.
We could almost use hive in parallel with Coven, you know, and then we can start talking about witches and
I was just
all
simply
this
gonna say,
craft.
when you refuse the hand of the king, the
Fall of
entire
paradise.
kingdom turned on you, almost like a hive mind. They all unanimously agreed that you were deemed an enemy and were excommunicated from the kingdom, and chased out in a violent and almost overbearing act. But I mean, that's just the one thing that I
support
had
it.
in mind.
Nice.
I support it.
Wonderful.
Would I be able to do two things?
Hey, I'm gonna do a thing. I have my hand raised first.
Yeah, go for it, TJ.
That's fair.
Oh, okay. I would like to make an item, specifically a leaf blower.
Royal excommunication. I don't.
So just a D6
so
or
you make a
what?
leaf blower. Yeah.
No, you just make it with an item.
Yeah, you just make it. Are you trying to use it to like do something?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use that to blow away the gas.
Okay.
Probably a
roll
luck
luck. With roll luck, your value is increased by 1.
So I have to beat a 7.
I'm really getting the hang
Yes.
of these rolls. I'm really
Five.
figuring this out slowly.
Yeah, once you start to do it a little bit, it like makes sense. You know, just like what you 5.
5.
You do it.
Yay!
1. You reduce your luck value by 1.
Okay.
As
Wait, so
you've,
what?
succeeded.
Did I gain luck and then lose it, or did
No.
it just for that one thing?
So you
It was
only temporarily increased your luck value by using the item
Okay.
in tandem with the roll.
Got it.
So
now
it
it's
was
down
only
to
for
5.
that one check. Yeah, using an item in tandem with a luck, memory, or word of power affects it temporarily for that action.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you do that. You put it on the rabbit, and you just like, it's like one of those SpongeBob ones, but you like hit it in reverse.
Yeah.
And you blow away all the nauseous gas, and it actually flows back at him.
Nice.
Ooh.
I'll give you a segment for that.
Nice.
How many segments do we need again?
We need
It's
5.
a total of
We've
5.
done
You are
2.
3 away.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's currently blinded as it's not, the nauseous gas has covered it, and it doesn't know what's going on.
Would I be
Don't
able
believe
to make an
everyone's attempted
item
an action
and
yet.
remember something? And use a memory?
Make an item and use a memory? I mean, sure. What are you trying to? what are
Oh,
you trying to
I
do?
just want to be able to make an item for later, but also
Yeah,
use
you
a
can do
memory
that.
to gain some expertise. So I would like to use my memory, Vengeful Ruler, to remember the term Vengeful Ruler in a way how I got to this position, where I was not just a king, I was a warrior king. No, a warrior god and an angry one.
Sure. Yeah. Roll 2. Roll 2d6, buddy.
5.
5. Nice. That's not at value, correct?
Correct.
No, 'cause
the
your
value
is
is
at
7.
yeah.
Specifically, I want to be able to gain warrior expertise. Is what I'm
Cool.
looking
Yeah,
for
you
here.
you remember the motion, the extension of a blade. The you hear the clang of battle deep within your past resonant life, and you roll a d6 and gain that life back.
6. I'm straight up killing it.
Great.
I'm up to 9. This is the most health I've ever seen.
DM, I would also like to use a memory.
Okay.
Using my terrible prophecy,
Mhm.
I remember my own terrible prophecy being reminded by the sight of Jormungandr and the prophecy of Ragnarok coming for the end of the world. And
It's the Nidhogg, but I get your point.
yes.
Close enough.
Well, see, it reminds me of that prophecy, not necessarily that.
Two snakes,
Go for it.
big
Go
tree.
For it. Yeah. Big tree. Yeah.
And it makes me think back to my prophecy of how I am to be the shepherd of grim fate and the bringer of death.
Drew's just Catholic.
Yes. Sure, dude. Let's roll for memory.
6.
Nice.
That's not at value, right?
Oh,
No,
wait,
no, but that succeeds.
Wait,
'Cause your value is-
wait. I take it back because I forgot to roll the second one. So it's a total of 8, which is at value. I rolled a 6 and a 2.
Which is at value.
That's at value. Yes.
Oh yeah, because
Because he blew the memory
failed.
the last time.
So-
Yep.
Wow, that worked out in your favor.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, you gain 6 life.
Hey.
And the intended action happens. Is anyone else going to do anything? I don't think anyone else has any actions left.
No, I don't want to overstretch my bounds.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. So the Nidhogg, it moves its hind, and you guys watch as a bunch of the trees start to collapse as its tail breaks through all of the foliage, Joxer. And
The foliage?
The foliage.
no. And it rams through you guys. And as it does, you actually see Masic from the mayhem, just like he was on his stomach, like laying down. And, like it happens, and he just pops up, and it's like looking around, like he just goes back down into the brush. But all of you guys get hit for 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Ow!
Good thing I'm crazy beefy
Oh,
now.
Spark.
Yeah, my
Spark.
spark! That freaking hurt. Is this thing up to three pies?
It has 3 pies left.
Dang it. Crab nuggets.
Fine. We just need one person to
All of us to
roll a
do
6
pie.
or up to par, and then one person to succeed. We'll be fine.
Okay.
If it's back to us, Mr. DM, I would like to. I'm going to use a word of power.
Go for it, dude.
I'm going to use middle knight to create a knight in the middle of us between our two parties, and he will.
Is middle knight even a word? Let me.
You
Let's
really
be
No,
forced
no, no.
that one.
No. Let's be clear here. You said that you could add letters to the word
Yes.
or add another word. So the idea is he added letters and then just put a space in between to create the phrase middle night.
Yes.
I think when they mean that as in like a sense like forward or midnight, or you know how like there's mid and then there's night.
Yes.
And then there's or you know.
But the time is past now.
But sure,
Yes.
dude. That's
He
not
asked
really
for
a word.
approval. You gave him your approval.
Sure.
You said that you could do it.
As okay. Well, I have to roll. I have to roll to see.
This is the last time you get away with this, Giuseppe.
That's a 6. So that is enough to succeed.
That is enough to succeed. Does that fracture the word?
No, because it's at a 7 right
Yeah,
now.
because he failed and made it into 2.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Oh, I have an
this
idea that
knight
could turn out really bad.
manifests himself
Wonderful.
large and clad
Erase the
armor
word. You
as he-
channel the energy.
as he charges forward and strikes the beast.
Wonderful. Yeah. Erase the word and tell me what memory flows through your brain as you channel this power.
So,
This is gonna go really bad.
using the word ghastly. I flash back again to hiding in my smuggler's home, hearing the shouting as I eventually decide to face my fate, as I come and stand and I go out towards where the intruders are, and everyone is in. As I approach, the king stares down at me, ready to strike me down, but everyone is in shock and horror as before he does so, everyone begins to feel very unwell and queasy and sickly.
In a bout of the flu.
As everyone, except for myself, in a single moment, and the king, oddly enough, instantly just fall basically borderline dead with sickness.
Cool. Add nauseous disease to your memories.
Neat. I will erase.
No, you erase the word that you used.
Yeah. I'm talking about my
Oh, you
memories,
have
'cause
full
I have
memories.
my full
Yeah, I
memories.
forgot you have full memories.
I will erase meteor shower.
Cool.
So okay, and you said nauseous sickness?
Yeah, like
Nauseous
disease.
Disease. Oh, okay.
Wonderful. I'm so sorry, Spark.
All good.
I would like to do a thing.
Cool.
I would like to
Go for it.
attempt to use the word starborn to I would like to bird the star, and specifically right next to Nidhogg or whatever his name
So
is.
you kill us all.
Preferably like a really small star, you know?
Okay,
Like a
sure.
really small one. Just enough to like hurt him, you know?
You create the world's smallest supernova or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a match.
Exactly.
It's just a little fire.
It's fine. It's great.
An atomic blast occurs in like a tiny like.
Yeah, everything will be just fine. Okay, can I do that?
Go for it, dude.
Yeah. 6! I broke the thing.
Resounding success. You fractured the word. You remove at least one letter from the word and create a new word out of the remnants of it.
These both 1 or 2 words go into my collection, right?
Yeah, the 1 or 2 words that you create go into your collection, and you erase the word of power. Correct spelling is not necessary for these words.
Okay, we're going to use tar, and then gain. Let's see, 4 life.
Wonderful. Okay, so you do this. You erupt. You create a small star. You birth the star. And you guys watch as Hunger, almost a faint wind begins to go over the forest. And Hunger is holding out his arm, and atop where his hand would be, just a small globule of light begins to form and rotate, and he simply nudges it towards the Nidhogg, and it faintly floats towards him. You guys watch as it begins to expand and just like a small explosion. And by small explosion, I mean like the initial blast not all that big. The force blast that is like erupted, the force erupting from this point is intense. And I'll say none of you guys take damage. I'll say that since it is a power of yours, it doesn't hurt you. But it does hurt everything in the vicinity.
Rip our teammate.
It literally tears trees apart, and you watch as Masic gets flung.
Is he still alive?
And well, to be determined.
I rushed over to him.
And you watch as the Nidhogg gets thrown and cracked against the tree. And the Nidhogg doesn't necessarily die, but it falls unconscious.
Oh, cool.
Very nice.
It is an immortal being. I don't think you guys are going to kill it.
We are also immortal beings. We can't die. We just come back.
Your mission, your quest to subdue the creature is complete.
Yay.
That's why it said subdue, not kill. As that completes, Lydia, I do believe that you have a rush to experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Have you thought of what's going on?
Yeah. But remind me what all the details are for this.
So with the rush, it's simply you're re-experiencing your reason and vivid detail, and it gives you a moment to fully elaborate and experience what happened on that fateful day of your death, the moment you decided to become a death agent.
Okay, cool. So my thing was revenge on the emperor that had me slayed. So when the town turned at me and tried to get me to leave, that wasn't where they settled. They got me murdered, as they tied me to a stake, roasted me alive, and killed me.
What a blast.
It's so fun.
Yep. Wow. Wow.
I gotta keep that cheerful tone going, right?
So yeah, and you gain the memory, mournful pyre.
And then remind me what happens if my memory is full.
You erase one and
Okay.
replace it.
Erase one and replace. Yeah.
I'll let you choose one moment, Gamma. Uno momento, por favor, señor.
Thank you.
Since we are in a current lull of intensity. Man, I was really hoping that the Nidhogg would at least get one more hit in, just...
Yeah.
You're lucky I didn't make him...
I
You're
still
lucky
had
that
a goddamn word to use.
I was so tempted to make him like a 10-segment thing.
Oof, that was I don't have enough words and item slots to do that.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the main reason why I didn't do that, because I'm just like, I do not want to kill you guys. You reset your luck to 6, Spark, and you regain 1d3 life, which is a d6 halved and rounded up.
1.
Nice.
Okay.
You erase your word of power with the highest value.
Okay, if I don't have one.
And the don't.
No punishment.
Cool.
And
cool.
lastly, you draw a hatch mark prominently under your character's title.
Whee!
So, how do we gain words of power when
You
we're
get
completely out?
So, just so you're aware, because this was a major event, normally I'd only grant one word of power to the one who did the most in the event. But I will grant all of you guys this choice from a few words. One, you guys can gain the word serpent. One of you guys can gain the word serpent. You guys can decide who right now. I know I here, I'll tell you because I can tell, I can see it in your greedy little eyes that you guys want to hear all the words before you decide who gets what. So
I'm just looking for something that isn't a killy word. I have strictly killy words.
yes. I can't. Is it? I'm pretty sure this is a singular word, but we'll check just to make sure.
Being a puppet, a prophet, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I'll be up and down and over and out.
Cool. It is.
Nope,
I guessed correctly.
I'm so proud of you. Just so you all know, we are sponsored by Neverending.
Yeah. This particular episode is not sponsored. However,
Not this one particularly, but just
How-
in general.
yes. So check them out at beneverending.com. That is
Okay, the four words that you can
Or
all
dot app.
argue over are going to be serpent, tree line, aura, and bramble.
Can I have aura?
I'll take Bramble.
I'll take serpent.
I'll take tree line. That's not a
Wonderful.
murder
You
word.
add that all to your collections with a starting value of 6.
Okay. DM. Before it goes away, can I make my way slightly closer to the nauseous gas, and using my memory of nauseous disease, I remember how I am immune to most nauseous gases and disease-like gases, and I can actually harness that power to inflict disease upon my enemies.
I won't say immune, but I will say resistant. Sure, roll 2d6.
Yes.
You
I'll
cheeky,
go
cheeky
and
boy.
Check to see if
Yeah,
what's his face is alive.
What's Meatloaf doing?
Yes, the band Meatloaf. What'd you roll?
I got a 6.
Is that at value? No,
That
no,
is
it's not. It's
that's one under.
at 1 under value. Which you roll a d6 and gain some life. Congratulations.
Yay.
What do you
do I gain a word?
No,
No.
No, not with memories. That's not how memories work.
unless you're a cheater like me.
Fair attempts.
Okay.
I gave him a word purely because you guys were technically a little low on words, and I felt bad.
Okay.
And I didn't want you. I wanted you guys to succeed. Believe it or not, I didn't want all of you guys to die repeatedly over and over again. Yes, Gamma.
I'm into it.
I'm going to transfer Oracle to be a word of power.
Wonderful. Roll a
Okay,
d6
I rolled a
and
2.
subtract that from your life. Cool. Sweet. So, yeah, you guys go check Masic, and he's currently unconscious.
But alive, and that's what we care about.
He's alive. Yeah, he's not conscious though. He's not a conscious being.
That's good.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I use my word of power, Oracle, to attempt to see which of these portals would lead us the closest to death?
Sure. Roll 2d6.
Cool. Make it.
Looking at the HUD display of my life, does it look like our mission is complete?
Subdue the adversary is complete, but your overall mission is not technically over yet.
Nope.
Okay.
I did fail. I rolled an 8.
Okay, remind me of that overall mission again.
Take this guy to death.
So technically you had 2. Actually, that reminds me though. Maze and Spark, your mission is complete. Gamma and Hunger, you guys have a separate mission, which is technically to retrieve Masic and return him to death. But Maze and Spark, you guys just had the one mission, which was to essentially assist, subdue, or relocate the impending doom, which was the Nidhogg upon its awakening would have just rampaged everywhere,
Nice, we did
using the portals to its advantage. So nice, guys, you did it.
So we just have to take our boy back to death.
Did you succeed, Gamma?
No, he got an 8.
I failed.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I
You also,
would.
modify the word. You could do gamma ray.
Gamma
I
ray,
don't
what?
suppose.
You
Gamma
could you have to modify the word because you failed, so you have to
What?
change it to something like gamma ray or
Well,
something.
Gamma is my title though.
Or not? Oh, what oracle? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can't.
Oracular.
Remember. Oracular.
Um, I do believe that our mission be done, but so should we just be heading back, or do
You guys like heading back to death by chance?
I might be having a way? I would like to transfer a word.
Wonderful. Hey, Gamma Hunger, your Nautilus is still technically here.
That's good.
Yes. Well, yeah, but that's our boat.
No,
No,
their
our
Nautilus.
boat is still here.
Their
No.
boat is here.
That's lame.
They have a separate boat.
We got our own boat.
I'm going to transfer this.
Hey, let me drive the boat. Numerical.
I'm going
Can-
to attempt to use a word of power.
can-
That's
Okay,
right.
go
I'm
for
beating
it.
you to the punch, DJ.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm going to use my word "gat," which the definition of it in Latin origin means gate or opening.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that to basically do the same thing that Gamma just did, but I'm going to use my knowledge of gateways and pathways to understand the flow of all of the trees that
Okay,
this world tree.
I want you to
defines.
also just think bigger. You could just open a gate.
I could, but there's so many more options. I can only do that once, and there's so many gates here.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Ryan, by the
Roll
way,
2d6.
I'm gonna add an MI to the beginning to make miracle, or a misspelled version of miracle.
I'll tell you this. Remove the
Miracle.
Could it just be Morkel? It's still be a misspelled version of miracle.
Okay, so we're gonna okay. Okay. So I'm gonna so I'm gonna say this. Just remove. You have to remove a letter.
I have to remove her letter.
Yes.
Okay.
So remove the O and
Okay.
add an MI, and congratulations.
Oh, okay. Neat. Okay, great. That's great miracle.
I'm just gonna blow your mind here.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I
be
thought I could
I'm
only
just
add letters or only subtract letters. I didn't realize I could do both.
yeah, I'll just. Yeah, it's fine. I'll
Sure.
allow you to just change the word altogether, just because I don't think there's much you could do to Oracle to change it.
No.
I'm telling you, oracular. It's a word. It defies something that involves sight.
True.
I could do a
but,
lot of things with oracular. Thank you very much.
Who knows when we'll be able to play this game again? Did you make your roll?
Me, yes. I
Yes.
got a 6, but the number is a 7, so it's not resounding.
Wonderful. Yeah, you succeed. You gain a full understanding of the gates surrounding you. Erase the word and tell me what memory comes to mind as you look to all the openings within the rift, and you see the multitude of possibilities that you can exit into.
Okay, so I'm going to use the word from my collection, face, to remember a time just a little while before the fall of the city that caused my scorched earth memory, where specifically I remember seeing the face of death, which is strange to me because this was while I was alive. So perhaps I viewed something that a mortal should never see. The face of death itself.
I grant you the memory maddening sight.
Awesome.
And yeah, you know exactly where to exit in order to get to Death's domain.
It be that one.
In order to get to the agency, so to speak.
We do that. We walk through.
And
we
with
grab
you guys
meatloaf.
going, you grab meatloaf.
We grab the little meatloaf, and we take him to death. and present
Wonderful.
him as a gift, a little housewarming
Yep.
gift.
As
We're
you
good
guys
neighbors.
go and you take Masick to his forever prison in Death's agency, and you got Maze and Spark, you guys ponder what you're to do and what potentially could be your next quest or mission granted by the agency. Looking now at the multitude of possibilities that is the world tree, we're going to end tonight's game.
All right.
Yay.
Well
Thank you
done,
so much
Ryan.
for
What a
joining
fun
us,
game.
guys. Thank you.
Just sit.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. This was really fun to run. It's a very free form game, so a lot of cool things you can do with it. And as you could tell, I rule of rad. We stretched a lot of definitions thin, but man, was it a grand ride. They did much better than I expected. I expected DJ to fail his rolls a lot more than he did. No, you just roll really high. So
Hey, it's not that I just roll high. It's just that I'm good at things. I just had to adapt.
But yeah,
Your hands
guys,
had to numb.
That leads us to the end of tonight's story and tonight's episode of Necronautilus. Next week we will hit you guys back with the next installment of the Paper Dungeons main campaign.
Yeah, episode 30. Woo.
We will hopefully make some sort of progress.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's us. Let's be real here.
Discussions will be had, drama will ensue. It'll be wonderful. We love you guys. I will leave you off with a
Thank you,
good
Ryan.
luck and Godspeed.
Thank you, Ryan.
100%.
See you next time, Dungeoneers.
Bye.